Hell Ranger 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. I'm so happy to be back. My name is Apollonia. I'll be your host and caster for today, and joining me is CA, caster and analyst. It is still the quarterfinals, the upper brackets in fact, and it will be a best of 3. So how are you feeling about what is going to come up now, CA?
Excited. I think it's going to be a really intense, really close matchup between Team Villainous and Team TAMILAS. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these teams perform because they're one of the top contenders for the title itself in our quest to crown a new champion. Now, we'll take a second look at the map screen, see what we have got in store for this series coming up. The map 1, I believe, was picked by Team Villainous in the bind. And I find that really interesting because we've seen Team TAMILAS on bind and they are good.
Indeed, it's going to be Team TAMILAS versus Team Villainous, and considering that map 1 was picked by Villainous, we can expect that they might just do a little bit better. But if you have been a long time fan of the Challenger series, and you have seen TT, you know for a fact that Bind was where a lot of the magic happened for them when they first came up. They faced, they had the first huge comeback on Bind. This map has just a lot of rich history in the Challenger series for Team TAMILAS. But as for Team Villainous, they have come back time and time again. TT placed top at least in the top 8, top 4, I believe, the last time around in the series too. But as for Team Villainous, they haven't quite made it that far. And the fact that they are in the quarterfinals, it still kind of shows that Team Villainous, they have that fight. They want to make it to the top. So between this matchup, both teams, they've been performing so well. They're still in the upper bracket. How do you think this face-off is going to be? Like, what can the viewers here expect?
So I'm looking at two particular X factors for me. X factor for Team Villainous is NXS. He's been absolutely on point in this series, and he's gradually progressed to become a top tier player. You see him on the duelist role, like usually playing Raze. So I'm going to look out to see him to see if he can make a huge difference. On the side of TT, they're a team that they've adopted a 6-man roster of sorts. They've adopted the fact that they have the positions to try to inhibit versatility, and I'm going to be looking at that 6th man in their current roster, Jin, because he's been really, really good on this Sova going into this series. So I'm going to look at Jin to show us what else he's got, because the other members on TT, we know exactly how good they can be.
Indeed, Team TAMILAS will be starting out on the side of defense and Team Villainous on the side of attack. Now, Bind, this map is very famous for testing teams with their rotations, with their powers, or if you're going to overthink your strategy and completely utilize what this map is uniquely for, which are the teleporters. Let's see how Team Villainous here on the side of attack, how they're going to use that and incorporate it into their gameplay. But there's going to be Rafa from the side of TT. He'll be watching the 8 side 3-man stack on defense. But it looks like Villainous, they have something else in mind, as they will be rotating very slowly towards the B side, much closer. It's up to TT to respond to this, but Team Villainous taking it one step at a time, an inch at a time. We do see that Gorang here, the controller, famously on the Brimstone. He will not change up the pick if it's not needed, and Bind is the perfect place for him to excel. And we can kind of figure, hey, this is why Villainous picked the map Bind.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. We saw him like switch up to the Omen earlier in the series, but to start the series off, it's good that they're sticking to comfort. Doing just that now, all of them committing heavily to B side, with the TP used by the Cypher to go from A to B.
30
The
seconds
Zoid
left.
trying to hold it down from the Lamb's angle, will get one, but Vision taking him down. It's 4v4, the spike is planted. Villain is playing this round really fast, now looking to get into appropriate post-plant positions.
Now Team TAMILAS, they've got to figure out how to bring this retake around. It is the pistol round. It's all down to your accuracy here. Stoner going in for the battle with Cruiser, and he does not come out victorious. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade as Zoid finds NXS down to a 3v3. Zoid gets found by Gorang. Cruiser going to take out Rafa. Last man standing is Flex, and that will be a wrap. First round goes over to Team VILLAINOUS to what seems like a very good start. They took it slow, but then they picked up the pace the moment they got closer, and they were so quick to check every single angle. And here, Stoner, he was trying to make that rotation, but Cruiser stopped him in his tracks. And specifically Gorang, he got a few multi-kills as well. So that was a great round for the attackers.
Yeah, definitely. I really like the way they just instantly rush into sight with every single one of them covering all corners. Even though a couple of them go down in the midst, they make up for that by getting the trades. And when you're getting trades, you always want to be getting ground advantage. And you see Team VILLAINOUS doing just that. They're okay trading off kills, knowing that they're getting site control and they're the ones pushing into sight. Team TAMILAS now, it's going to be their eco round, not the force buy as we might expect from Team TAMILAS. So they're just going to look to get some damage done. Gorang, though, getting 2 kills for himself. Gorang looking really strong on what might be considered the strongest pick.
Now Vision's gonna find the kill on Jin, and Vision's gonna get a double. Team VILLAINOUS, they want to make this round count. We have seen Team TAMILAS pull off thrifty rounds, but that's gonna be Flex last man standing. Shot down to 78 HP, but Quick is gonna finish that off. Flawless round, but not too much of a loss for Team TAMILAS. It was an eco, this was their time to kind of regain back their economy. So Team VILLAINOUS here off to a 2-0 start. That's just gonna put a lot less pressure on their minds, but put them in a good space momentum-wise.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that round, we've seen a lot more flawless, advantage rounds from teams in the upper bracket, and I think it goes to show the tier, making sure that no damage is done to their economy, so that they can go into the next round not investing money whatsoever. You see, only NXS picking up that Phantom. For Team VILLAINOUS, for Team TAMILAS, it's buys all around, so a really important round that they need to make sure they hold. It's Flex and Stoner holding down A, the 3-man stack in B, as has become signature for Team TAMILAS. Team VILLAINOUS changing up their strategy completely, just playing it very slow. Gorang is going to be once again getting first blood onto Zoid. Gorang playing this immensely well.
Now Team VILLAINOUS here, Cruiser having a little bit of a battle from Showers right across onto site. But this is going to be NXS taking down Stoner. Here we see Vision. He has the skills in hand. Team TAMILAS, only 3 members left. Gorang pushes this A shot. He does spot one, but that is Flex going to dash away to safety. Gorang drops the molly, buys a little bit of time to go for a plant. And this is Team VILLAINOUS working in unison. We see the combos, and Vision's going to be taken out unsuspectingly, but Gorang's there to return the kill. And Rafa is going to come out from the alleyway onto site, and he's looking for his next victim. With the gun in hand, he will find Gorang. He turns around, and he will pick up NXS. Rafa! That's going to be a triple kill, but Quake cleans it up. Team TAMILAS. That was a massive performance coming out from Rafa, but it was just not quite enough for Team TAMILAS and Team VILLAINOUS. Thankfully, they had Quake there, who was safe, and he found that last kill.
That Team VILLAINOUS winning that round is going to be humongous for them in terms of the economy, because they didn't choose to spend at all last round. They chose to stick to the Spectres, and the fact that they're able to get a win on that round, no less on the attacking side, is so important. 3-0 for Team VILLAINOUS now. Being generally considered a defense-favored map, Team TAMILAS need to start picking up the pace and getting rounds for themselves. This round, though, they will be on the eco, so just looking to get some damage done, looking to pull some sort of weapons back for themselves.
This is going to be Vision ducking A shot. We see the orbital strike rain down, and Zoid is shot down to low health. It is a little bit of an eco here, just a mini buy coming out from the side of Team TAMILAS. They've got to regain their economy, and Team TAMILAS, they've got to regain their economy. A little bit tongue-tied there, but Rafa will find the kill, and that is still an even playing field for both sides. But if Team TAMILAS does win this, I believe it will be a thrifty Stinger in hand for Rafa. He has the ultimate up from all those multi-kills from previously. But Rafa, he's going to get into a battle. Goran comes out on top. And Team Villainous in a much better spot as NXS finds a double. Last man standing from the side of TT is going to be Jin with the Sheriff. He taps away and he picks up the kill onto NXS. But Quake will finish it off with a beautifully placed shock dart. Did you see that bounce right off the wall from Quake?
That's a both shock darts perfectly, and one of them ends up getting the kill. Quake playing it brilliantly, and we've known him to be a Sova main by now. He's shown us how good and proficient he can be on the Sova. So something to expect from Quake. But 4-0, Team TAMILAS, like, while they're doing really well to start to pull back, Jin especially getting that kill here, I feel like they need that fire lit under them to be that Team TAMILAS we expect them to be, and I'm hoping these losses can do just that. Now you see Flex with the op, this round so important now with that expensive investment coming in, and he makes that work, just getting the first kill onto NXS. Flex with the op, Team TAMILAS looking to fight back.
That is the Flex we know on the operator. He has had an amazing performance throughout the course of this Challenger series, not just specifically here in Series 3. And Flex, he will always have that gun. He will always put Team TAMILAS ahead, but it's up for the rest of the team to keep up at it. The running back just gonna keep that Phoenix safe. Villainous looking to attack from Buka. Jin tosses out the shock dart. The recon bolt has just come back up. And Villainous, they're gonna take their time here, considering that they lost a member to Flex. Now, 50 seconds left on the clock. There's still a lot of time to play with. But Team TAMILAS, they have to make this round work, or they might just fall deeper in the rabbit hole when it comes to their economy. Now, Vision gets a few shots off. Not going to connect much. Doesn't have armor on hand. And this will be Team Villainous actually pulling back, and they're looking for that progression onto A short, and Cruzagon will find that kill onto Flex. He's gonna go into left, he gets flashed, but he turns around, not gonna be enough as Zoid picks up the kill. Stoner finds Gorang as well. Team TAMILAS, they're ready to bounce back here on the side of defense. This investment means everything. Stoner picks up Quake. Last man standing is Vision. Will he go for the save? Will he remain alive?
10 seconds
as
left.
Team TAMILAS look to come back and find their rightful spot.
Jin is able to pick up Flex's op as well, so this round looking really good for our Team TAMILAS. This is what I meant, like, I feel like once Team TAMILAS, they're such a momentum-based team. They look like completely different when their confidence is rolling as compared to when it's not. And winning this round, it's a start to getting their confidence rolling, but we cannot discount Team Villainous. They've taken 4 rounds already, so I know Villainous will come fighting back. So looking at Team TAMILAS, it's about keeping this momentum going and making sure they do not drop the ball whatsoever in the quarterfinals of the upper bracket. Winning this series, winning this map, especially as the away map, gives you such a big advantage in the best of 3. We'll see if Team TAMILAS is able to do that, because Team Villainous, they're switching it up. They no longer want to play that rush playstyle. They're playing it very slow, making sure they don't commit over now. Hunter's Fury comes out from Quake, gets Zoid instantly. Quake so good on it, takes down the operator player on Flex as well, Gorong, making it 5v3 for Team Villainous. Team Villainous, just as I said, coming back stronger and faster.
Yeah, I do believe that Team TAMILAS is a really momentum-based team. But right here, it looks like Villainous has stepped out on top. And these players, I do remember Villainous being a team with issues when it comes to a little bit of communication and watching each other's backs. But here it is. Rafa's going to pick up the kill on Vision with only 30 HP left to spare. And what seems like Stoner just firing away. He's going to be pushing lamps. Might just come into contact with one, but Cruzagon's going to come out victorious. Team TAMILAS, 2 members left. Jin will fire the recon bolt. It does get destroyed. Not going to be able to get much information except that the attackers are there. But Jin's just going to pull away. Rafa going to take a bit of refuge here in the lobby. And Team TAMILAS, they are looking for a save. Oh, but Quake finds the kill onto Rafa. And I think Jin will be pretty much fine. So, you know, talking about both these teams, Villainous was a team that came in time and time again, but I don't believe that they've made it all the way up to at least the semifinals, but they have that fighting spirit. They have come back stronger and better. This is the best that we have seen Team Villainous. They look very much in shape, and if they can get their communication, their teamwork together and show us how much that they have improved as a whole squad, I believe that they could actually take this win. But if anything, the history of Team TAMILAS, They are known as the comeback kings. They have single-handedly had the most comebacks in this series that were actually caught live on stream. So Team Tamilas, the fans love them for that, and that just shows them that they are very versatile. They kind of come out of nowhere. They exceed expectations. So both these teams, they come from very different places, but they still have the same goal. And right now, Team Villainous, they look like they are the ones to be dominant with this 4-round lead and Vision drawing first blood.
Team Villainous is looking really strong. This is their home map, so as you said earlier, we expect them to be stronger. Flex getting a kill onto Vision. Cruisercar instantly returns it onto Rafa though, but the TP noises, the TP is used by Team Villainous to go over to the other side. Quake takes down Flex, who's trying to follow, but it's just Gaurang in this TP site. Gaurang holding down really well, taking down Jin in return for that kill onto Cruiserguard. Now just Zoid versus Quake, NXS, and Gaurang here. Gaurang is low, and Zoid capable of doing this. Gets one kill onto NXS through the wall. Will spam out another spot looking for it. Needs to throw out the firewall before he progresses further to deny one side altogether. Is just pushing in slowly though, not choosing to do that. Does not want to reveal his location. Zoid looking for this clutch for Team Tamilas, looking to get them the momentum back in their favor. Zoid will not check the spot, will get sprayed down. Zoid will get taken down by Quake, and that will be 6-1 for Team Villainous. Just looking, I understand now exactly why they picked Bind. This is the sort of performance I want to see coming from them. Onto Bind, take TT onto a map that they are known to be good at and beat them at it and prove that you are the better team in this series.
And Team Villainous here, they do seem extremely coordinated. We can see combos coming out from abilities, and these post-plant positions by Team Villainous just made it really tough for Zoid to go for that retake. But nonetheless, really great performance from Team Villainous as they do get the 5-round lead. Now Team Tamilas, I'm surprised that they are kind of struggling on the side of defense. If anything, we have watched a lot of matches throughout the course of the tournament, and for Bind, safely we can say that, you know, usually teams excel more on the side of defense, but Villainous, they just look like this is a map that they are actually really comfortable with. To pull off this many rounds in attack, TT has to do the same if we do go into when we do go into the second half, or if they're unable to get any more rounds for themselves. But let's just pull up the scoreboard and have a look at everybody's buys. We do see that the economy is a little bit of a struggle there for Team Tamilas. It is to be expected, but they are going to try and force that buy. And for Team Villainous, they are flourishing, and Gaurang, they're right at the top. I mean, if you are a Brimstone main, Bind is the map that you want to perform on, because Brimstone is the key due to the fact that his sky smokes are just so versatile, and it helps you by, you know, locking the vision and not allowing the enemies watch you when you are trying to attack. And even if you're on the defensive side, it still works as a great way to hold down your site.
Yeah, definitely. Especially like the number of corners there are on Bind, the Molly and the Orbital Strike work perfectly in. That's making Brimstone such an important pick. The fact that it's Gaurang's favorite agent to play makes that so much better for Team Villainous. But now at 1-6, as you saw earlier, Team Tamilas forcing small buys as well. As you saw 2 Phantoms, a Bucky even, looking to sort of pull back right here, but Team Villainous, they have full buys all around. They have the ultimate on NXS. Team Tamilas, they need to sort of pull off a miracle now. The Hunter's Fury comes out. Team Villainous, they're heavily committing to side B. Zoid with that Bucky gets that headshot kill. Onto Cruiserguard, the Bucky working out, and it's Team Tamilas with the man advantage, but Team Villainous getting the plant onto site A. They don't have site control though, so there's going to be a really difficult post-plant scenario.
That's going to be Rafa picking up Quake, and Team Villainous, they find themselves with a disadvantage as TT bounce back in this defense. But Flex gonna get a double kill with the daggers. Vision sprays him down. He's trying for the second kill, but Jin's gonna wrap that up. And Team Tamilas, it looks like they've got it figured out. They kind of know what to expect from Villainous. So if anything, TT's on the right track, and Villainous, they might have to think their approach once just again. But TT, they also have to look for a little bit more consistency, but this is definitely the direction that they want to take. But Flex there, just raining from above, daggers flying and finding a double kill, 2 headshots in fact.
Yeah, so we saw this a lot even in the earlier series in Bind, where like teams, they take half of the map's control and they go for the spike plant. What that does is while you get the spike plant, you're suddenly left in an open area for the other team to just swarm around you and retake. You saw Flex doing just that with the Bladestorm, enabling the other team to just give up part of the site and then punish the other team for it. Team TAMILAS winning that round is gonna help them so much, not only in terms of economy, but give them the momentum they need to become Team TAMILAS Alpha, as one could say. Just like the best version of Team TAMILAS there is. Now 2-6 Team TAMILAS, they need to pull back as many rounds as they can. And as you said, they're definitely on the right track. Team Villainous, they're trying to switch up their strategy once again, playing it really slow, looking for picks before they commit to any site altogether.
Now this is going to be a little bit of a tricky round, but Villainous, I think they are going to go for this A shot. The orbital strike rains down from Gorang as he tries to clear any members there so they can take over. It looks like Villainous, they're going to go for this A shot plant, but they look a little bit more put together. But what it was actually a distraction. They found the kill and they took the teleporter, went for the rotation onto B side. Rafa here in the garden. Exactly. He will be looking out for his team, and they did not expect Rafa to be hiding as he finds that double kill. It's a 3v3. That great bit of repositioning, but Gorang's hunting for him, and he will find that kill. Team TAMILAS down to just 2 defenders. The spike has yet to be planted, and we see Villainous making plans to get this going. Gorang will get this spike planted, and Jin lurking in the hall. He has to take down at least 2 members, or Flex has got to do it because it's a 2v3. Flex just mildly dodges that shock dart. He's going to spray for his life. Will the last 2 members of Team TAMILAS make this round count? Because this is going to be massive for their momentum and for their mind space because of the kind of team that they are. And Jin here, he'll be watching every corner, but Vision's too quick. It takes him down. Last man standing is Flex. We have seen him clutch. There's going to be 1 kill on Gorang. There's going to be 2. Will Flex find the 3rd? Time is ticking. 87 HP, still a little bit of armor. He has abilities. The updraft and the dash. He fires away. He will get flashed, but he's spraying in the right spot. But Vision comes out on top. And that will be the 7th round for Team Villainous in what was a very exhilarating and squeamish kind of situation going on there, CA.
Yeah, that was really close, and I think we got to see a quality of Team TAMILAS that I personally love. They never do unnecessary forced rotations. You see, even though Team Villainous go for the A side noise into TP into B side play, Rafa and Stoner never left B side. They stood there. Team Villainous, though, they're just able to force it, win the gun duels. Even though Rafa made a hero play, they're the ones coming out on top, and then Vision towards the end, jiggling perfectly, not peeking too much, making sure that he knows he has the time on the side, getting that win for Team Villainous, pushing them to 7-2 now. Team TAMILAS once again on the semi-buy of sorts, a couple Buckies, a couple Phantoms, and a Wendell for them this round. They won the last time they were on the semi-buys, so Team TAMILAS, they can't be counted out, but right now, it's Team Villainous with all the tempo, with all the confidence in the world. The ball is definitely in Team Villainous's court.
Indeed, and Team TAMILAS, they're going to opt for the force buy. We do see a couple of shotguns here and some light armors for TT, so they have to make this work because that is a risk that they're willing to take. It could pay off. And here comes the spray from Jin, but Kuzukon's going to be too quick. It takes him down with a headshot. Team Villainous, they are attacking from the showers this time, and that is the kind of unpredictability we like to see. The spike has been planted by Gorang. Team TAMILAS, they are scrambling to get this retake off. Flex with the shotgun, picks up Vision. Nicely done, but only down to 11 HP, and so it's going to drop that curveball. Stoner finds NXS, and Team TAMILAS, they have successfully taken down 2 members. They've got to take more and defuse the spike. Here is the running back from Zoid as he makes his way into the shower, pops the curveball, but he's going to be taken out, and Flex, he finds Cruiser. Team Villainous down to 2 members. Hunter's Fury is coming out, but it's not going to take anybody down. Team TAMILAS might just make this work. The investment could be enough. And here it is, they are forcing the push. Gorang finds one, Stoner's gonna get a return kill, and Quick finds a double. Quick with the triple! Team Villainous, they clutched that one out. It was a 2v4. Villainous performing out of their mind.
Round was insane because like there's so many minute things that end up making such a big difference. They got the plant, they did really well to get into post plant positions. Then Team TAMILAS do even better to like retake the site, get them take control, push Team Villainous all the way into Shars, and then that's where the round completely blows up. First, the Hunter's Fury comes out from Quake to delay the side plant. Then Gorang with the Gorang special. I still remember from Series 1.
Special.
Yeah, I still remember from Series 1, right? On Haven, he got this really insane Molly lineup right onto the spike, and he did that again right here, able to delay the spike for so much longer, able to hold it down from the showers, get that win for Team Villainous. Now Vision with that kill, Flex with 2 more, the Flex with the 3rd, Flex looking to solo carry Team Flex! Flex with the 4th, looking for his ace. Oh my god.
There they are.
What the heck was that, Flex? Quake last man standing, and he's gonna take down the Conqueror right there. Flex proving to be the ultimate challenger. Quake here finds the double. It's a 1v2 situation, and this could be an interesting one for Quake. The drone's gonna be out. He gets that bit of information. Everything counts. But we do see a Zoid lingering in the hookah. Is Quake gonna clutch this out? He doesn't have very much armor left. HP shot a little bit low. But if anything, if Quake does this, that is going to put all the work that Flex just did, render that useless. Now Quake, he gets a bit of info. He's just spraying through 30 HP.
30
the spike
seconds left.
is being guarded by Zoid, so Quake has a lot to do. Team TAMILAS playing with the timer, which is a very smart choice. And there is the spray. Zoid finishes it off. But that was an insane round coming out from Flex there with that 4K.
Last round in the hash.
Flex saw the 8-2 scoreline, and he's like, CA Apple, you remember magic number 4? I'm gonna get Team TAMILAS there. Now 8-3, trying to do just that in this last round. Flex came up huge in that round. I think like he pushed himself to the top of the fragger board. Yeah, 13 kills now. Flex coming up huge. If there's any team in this series or in the competitive scene in India that you cannot count out, it is Team TAMILAS. Always capable of making an insane comeback. Now on the last round, Team Villainous not able to afford full buys. This is Team TAMILAS' chance of not just winning this last round, making it to 8-4, but pulling back the momentum in their favor, trying to get them to the best they can be. Team Villainous, they're playing it very slow. They're once again going for the A push. They really favor this A site.
Indeed, and that's going to be Zoid finding the first kill. And now Team TAMILAS, this is the last round before the swap. And they've got to make this one count. Because magic number 4, that's what TT should look to get. The orbital strike. Rain down once again from Gorang, but Jin's going to take him out. And there it is, Jin with the double. And this could be just massive as Villainous is shot down to just 2 members left. Stoner and Flex both find kills simultaneously. And Team TAMILAS end off this first half with a total score of 4, and Team Villainous, they've managed to get 8. So Villainous still being pretty much in the lead. TT has to look to pull off a very dominant performance on the side of attack like what Villainous just did if they want to take this map for themselves. But what I am really shocked about is the fact that Villainous, they are coming in so strong. They look like they are really on form as well. So that is a, it's a good thing to see, Villainous and how far that they have come. Quake there with 14 kills and Gorang just behind with 12. Quake, I believe, he does get some spotlight, but previously he was that Omen main, and now on the Sova, that transition just doesn't prove to be a problem at all. And, that kind of versatility are individual qualities we look for in players in competitive gameplay.
Yeah, the versatility makes sure that you as a player have just insane game sense. You always know what to expect from the other team, and you can see exactly why Quake, even though he's playing the Sova, he is on top of the leaderboard. Now, the Team TAMILAS, for them, it's all about like getting back that momentum and then trying to make an insane comeback, because from Team Villainous, I'm expecting just clean, efficient, and simple play. Make sure that you're not unnecessarily rotating. Make sure that you're taking this advantageous duels, getting the right trades. Team TAMILAS, it's all about let the chaos ensue and try to take down Team Villainous in that. It's going to be chaos versus balance. Yeah. I wonder who will win. We'll just have to see.
Stoner just hiding in the smoke, trying to get a few shots off here. But the pistol round, all about accuracy, and it does give you a good bit of momentum. If anything, Team TAMILAS, very momentum-based team, they should be trying to clutch onto this. But watching TT now in attack, a little bit of a treat here as we see the dark covers go out. The flash dodged by Rafa, and Zoid will pick up the vision. And this is a good spot for the attackers until Cruiser God picked up that kill onto Zoid, and there it is, the planting.
Planted.
And Flex finds the kill on Cruiser God. Team Tamilas looking really strong here on the side of attack. Zoid just hiding in the crate,
One enemy remaining.
trying to look for a kill, but Stoner picks up a double, and that is exactly what we needed for Team Tamilas. That's what they're exactly thinking. And last man standing is Gorang with a pistol and Hope. Team Tamilas, they have the information on where he is. Location revealed by that bolt, but Gorang finds the headshot onto Jin. But Zoid cleans it up, and Team Tamilas, they win the first round here in the second half. Does this smell like a comeback, CA?
The thing is, Team Tamilas, they're inherently smelling of comebacks all the time. So even if it does smell like a comeback, you can't be so sure. Because just when you think it's not possible, it's not gonna happen, that's when Team Tamilas will actually make the comeback. But this pistol round win, though, really important. You need to start building up that round gap ASAP into the second half. Getting the pistol round means you get an extra round where you can buy, as Team Tamilas are doing right now, and therefore you can keep trying to push through with that momentum. Stoner, especially in the last round, I have to say, beautifully played. He went for the full wraparound flank, going through the CT spawn from A, making sure that they Team Villainous didn't have anywhere to go. Now Team Tamilas, they're on the buy, Team Villainous on the eco. Team Tamilas, they need to win this, and they need to make sure it's not an expensive round for them.
Indeed, this is going to be NXS here. With the Sheriff in hand, just guarding the A short. Team Tamilas, typical fashion, they're going to go for a spread out and look for pickoffs. That's what they like to do. They can be aggressive if they want to be, and Flex will find their first kill onto NXS. Team Tamilas should have this round, as they did go for the buys, and Flex finds a triple. Flex is stepping up. He realizes that something is not right. The scoreboard is not what I want to see. Finds that massive triple kill onto Team Villainous, and the A site is free, it is barren, and they can go for this run, which is exactly what Jin is going to do. Rafa picks up Cruiser God. Last man standing is Vision in Hookah, and he's going to be caught unsuspectingly from the back by Rafa. And Team Tamilas, I like the way they approach that round. I mean, it was an eco for Team Villainous, but if you just look at pure movement, Team Tamilas, they spread themselves out. They managed to get the upper hand, but Rafa's still stuck to the B side, and if he were to find an opponent, that would be the least suspecting time. And he manages to pick up 2 kills, which is very valuable for their economy here in the second half, and could definitely push them in the right direction. As for Villainous, they can't drop the ball just yet, and we do see the investments here. And NXS is gonna purchase a Marshall, and we do see NXS not exactly performing. So, you know, his teammates, not to worry, they've got him, their brother. Team Villainous, they have to be a little bit more on their toes, because Team Tamilas is going to be a very tough one to beat.
Yeah, the thing is, you can give Team Tamilas even an inch or even a centimeter of breathing room, because once you give them that breathing room, they'll not just take it, but they'll capture the entire room and suffocate you out of it. Now, Team Villainous, they went for the eco last round, which was the smart play to do. I think NXS went for the mini buy, which is why he's not able to afford a full buy here. But this round for Team Villainous, it's so important. They need to make sure that they can pull it back here, because if they're not able to do that, Team Tamilas, they have not spent at all this round. It puts them at a humongous economic advantage. For Team Villainous, what I want to see them do is something that, they've been caught off guard in the first few rounds. There's been a lot of unnecessary rotations. You need to be able to rely on your teammates to hold down a particular site, because that's what defines Bind as a map. There is no mid where a particular attacking team can take control and then look to commit to any other site. When a team is looking to go to A, they have to go through A. When a team is looking to go to B, they have to go through B. And you have to rely on the people already on those sites to be able to hold it down, because unnecessary rotations can mean TP plays, can mean bamboozles, can mean GG.
Now, Team Villainous were very dominant at the start of this game, and if they can hold on to that and show and do the same amount of, plays that are very clean, very coordinated, we can see that a lot of thought has been put in. Team Villainous could maintain this lead that they have over TT, but it's down to both these teams to create their destiny here in the Challenger Series. And there's going to be Cruiser God on the B side with the trap wires ready. That's specifically why both teams have decided to run the Cypher, just so good with the utility. And here is the setup coming up from TT for the B side. No more spreading out. They're gonna go guns blazing onto B. And here it is, all members on site. Rafa accidentally blinds Zoid there a little bit. That was kind of funny. And Vision here, 6 HP. Zoid takes him out. And Villainous find themselves a man down. The spike has been planted. This is TT looking so strong here on the side of attack. Which is a little bit confusing because we saw teams excel yesterday on the side of defense. So, you know, it really depends on what you are up against. Now, Cruiser God, he does figure that one is a garden. Quake does find Flex. And it's a 4v4. Zoid comes out massive with a triple kill. Cruiser God picks up one, and that's two. Jin's gonna take him out. It's a 2v1. Team TAMILAS, they still have the upper hand, and Quake, he has got to clutch this out for the team. That's one. Will he find the second? Not quite, because Stoner, he's there. He finds the headshot, and that is gonna be 7 rounds for Team TAMILAS as they look to make the scoreboard even.
Around by Team TAMILAS, even though they get spotted out by the recon drone at the start of the round coming in from the A to B teleport, they commit to B side and they do it brilliantly. They go 2 men down at hookah, 3 men down at B long, making sure that they swarm the site together, making sure that they're able to cover every angle. The number of trade kills coming through is what enables them to make sure they have the right post-plan positions. Just brilliant gameplay from Team TAMILAS. And on your point, like regarding Bind generally being considered a defensive side of map, I think when it gets to such top tier play, most teams end up being better at the side where they get to decide where they want to fight, they get to decide what kind of proactive plays they want to make, and that's why we're seeing a lot of teams just favor the attacking side in general. The defensive side a lot more focused on utility, but now Stoner down at Shars will find the opening kill onto Garang, and Stoner with another onto NXS. What flick was that? Just instant headshot will pull out the neural theft and give Team TAMILAS a chance to make it even in this matchup.
Stoner just coming in massive, and Zoid chimes in as well, showing that he is going to take a little bit of king victory. And Rafa, Zoid, they just end that off even on the scoreboard. 8-8. The fact that this is Team VILLAINOUS map pick, they were confident on their ability here on Bind. But if anything, I'm pretty sure they have done their research and know that Team TAMILAS are just as good here on Bind as well. And they are definitely showing up. TT must have been waiting for the time to attack. And what is interesting is that I feel that both sides, they do approach the game pretty similar. When it comes to their strategy and what they're planning to do, both these teams aren't doing too well here on the side of defense, but they are definitely showing a lot more coordination on the side of attack. And, you know, if anything, Team VILLAINOUS, they have to try and come back from this. They gotta make this count because TT is looking so strong here on the side of attack. I'm not going to disregard anybody's hard work, but both these teams, they are neck and neck fighting to continue being in the upper brackets here and to qualify over to the semi-finals.
Both teams trying to make their stake as we look to crown a new champion. Both teams looking to prove themselves that they are the rightful owners of that throne, the rightful wearers of that crown. Now Team TAMILAS, Team VILLAINOUS, it was their eco round last round, so they're looking to pull it back in this round. 8-8, run it back gets popped by Zoid. Team TAMILAS looking to enter B site. Zoid does not find a kill, but finds that the site is completely empty. His team will enter the site and get the spike planted. 5v5 Team TAMILAS, they've entered the site, they've got the spike planted, and now they have site control.
On my wire.
Oh, Stoner manages to get away with a tick of health. After planting that spike, he ran for his life. Still going to be a 5v5 here. The spike is ticking. Time is of essence here for the defenders. And Vision getting caught out once again. Flex is going to find Cruiser God. NXS gets the double as he steps up quick. Takes out Jin. Rafa has the paranoia in hand. He could play this perfectly. But the defenders get the defuse off. TT! They dropped the ball on this one. They do pick up all the kills. But what was that?
Like all of them backing off, most of them backing off into B long, and a couple of them going, like Zoid you can see on the minimap right here, he goes for the huge wraparound from B long all the way to hookah. It means that none of them are holding down the actual site. Nobody in the elbow area, nobody in the halls area able to hold it down. And then NXS and Quake come in huge. NXS, I have to say, he's been sort of missing in this entire matchup, but the way he's able to defend his teammate while you see the diffuse coming through means huge. That X factor coming in for Team VILLAINOUS means that they're once again taking the lead here, and it's going to be up to Team TAMILAS to claw it back once again.
Yeah, Villainous took a huge risk there as Gorang
more
was
charges
defusing and he just completely relied on his teammates and NXS managed to keep him short. But I think that was a little bit of misplay from TT and they still can't come back from that. But Villainous, that was a very good round for them actually. Now Villainous here on the side of defense. Gorang was watching A. Rafa here lurking in B long as his teammate fires the Hunter's Fury. It does get one tag. Not going to be much though. I do feel that that is a little bit of a wasted ult. Who's a god? Down to 21 HP. But maybe that was what Jin was trying to plan for. Jin! Oh my god, just like his name suggests, he indeed is a demon on this Sova. Jin. But Villainous here now, man down. TT. This is what they want. Rafa going to be taken out. The ultimate does get a little bit of information. He's got to try and use that wisely. Jin will
30
be
seconds
planting
left.
that spike. And now TT have to move over into their post-plant positions. Rafa picks up the kill on NXS. And Villainous, they are always struggling with this retake here. Rafa finds another kill. So does Zoid. And Quake is the last man standing. Stoner, he's going to wrap that up. And TT brings the scoreboard even once again.
No better way to answer a round where you drop the ball a little bit by following up with a flawless round. Team TAMILAS, like, this matchup between these two teams is so good. Both of them at each other's necks. The way Team TAMILAS approached this round, I really love. Jin first, as you mentioned, that Hunter's Fury almost went to waste, but he knows exactly where Cruiser God is, able to use that, and then they rotate all the way over to B. The entire way they played that round was spread out, looking for picks, so as soon as they get the pick, they commit to site A, and they're able to get the plant, they're able to just get that kills, make it flawless. Now Team TAMILAS, Team Villainous, 9-9. It's gonna be Team Villainous on the eco round. You can see the frenzy for Cruiser God. At 9-9, this is a chance for Team TAMILAS to take the lead for the first time in their matchup and can continue the momentum forward. Team TAMILAS on attack, just looking like a completely different beast altogether.
Indeed, and it's going to be Cruiser God with a very aggressive push. He picks up the kill on Jin, and that has totally paid off. Team Villainous, there was a good bit of decision-making there coming out from Cruiser God because it was very unexpected, and it did help put Villainous in a much better place. But Team TAMILAS, if anything, you're not going to break their mental, as they did come back from what looked like something that was impossible. They ended off the first half with only 4 rounds, but they definitely made this second half count. There's going to be Rafa leading the charge here into the garden from B long. Cruiser God just camping right round the corner, and Zoid might find him. Here comes the flash, and Zoid takes down Cruiser God. And Vision going to pick up one for himself. Flex is there for the return kill.
30
3v3,
seconds
Team
left.
TAMILAS, one member pretty low health. I do believe that Villainous don't quite have the superior guns because it is an eco round for them. Nonetheless, it is a good performance here in the start. And this is going to be Quake lurking in Hall. They have to be careful because Team TAMILAS, they have some insane firepower. And NXS with only 1 HP left, he's going to dash. He does have the Blade Storm, but I don't think it's going to be worth pulling it out now. Team TAMILAS playing with time. They're waiting patiently. Rafa and Flex pick up the kill. Quake going to get a double with 3 HP. And Stoner does it once again. Stoner is always the last man to be there to wrap everything up. But Team TAMILAS, they played that very nicely. And Quake did pick up a double kill. It was quite unsuspecting. So you can see that Villainous, you know, they have that firepower. They have what it takes to beat TT. But TT just has so much more patience and discipline. And I think, you know, ever since, you know, the introduction of the new roster and the new style of playing, this discipline and patience that they have is really paying off. Like this previous round they were able to take. So double digits for TT. They're on a good track. Villainous, they've got to pick it back up. That's gonna be Stoner. He finds a kill, so does Flex, and Vision takes down 1. But Team TAMILAS, they do it once again, and they have that bad advantage. And this is gonna be NXS here. He's gonna get a spray off. Picks up Stoner. Could he get the next one? The op shot misses from Flex, and NXS just gonna change up his position. It's gotta be quick, but Flex takes him out, and Villainous down to 2 members left.
3-2, Team TAMILAS looking to fight, take the lead even further this round. 2 points for themselves. Team Villainous though, they're right here waiting. Cruiser God on this angle. Quake takes on Flex. Cruiser God with another. It's just Jin standing. Sova versus Sova for the even Stevens for Team Villainous and for the lead for Team TAMILAS. Jin versus Quake. Quake, he's been huge. He is the leader in terms of frags for the side of Team Villainous. And can he clutch this? Yes, he can. Quake takes down Jin, makes it 10-10. This matchup is so close. Like both of these teams, they will not give any space whatsoever. Both of these teams, they're proving exactly why they need to be considered as top contenders for the championship. And I'm just excited to see a whole 3 maps of this action.
Indeed, you know, I do feel that Team TAMILAS definitely, you know, fall into the category of the top as being one of the teams that could potentially make top 4. And for Villainous, you know, this is going to be, you know, one of the very few times where we see them up close and personal. And the fact that Villainous has improved so much, being able to bring such a close game to TT, I'm really excited for them. So both these teams, it will be very well deserved that they do take this first map because they are playing out of their minds. Now 10-10. The first kill taken from Villainous here. And that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but Villainous still have that small advantage. Flex going for this rotate. Got to retrieve that spike. Stone is going to take out that spike here, placed by Cruiser God. And back here on B long, we see Jin with the drone. He does find one player, one bit of information, but Flex taking it slow. And Villainous, as defenders, they've got to hold on. That is going to be Quake finding the headshot onto Flex, and TT down to only 2 members. Looks like they kind of dropped the ball on this one. NXS finds the kill on Stoner, stepping up. Finally, wasn't doing exactly very well. But this is going to be Jin, shot down to 60 HP, and Quake is going to finish it off. Deja Vu once again down to the last man. 1v1, but Villainous, they managed to secure 11 points. Now, I think this game can go anyway. Villainous could potentially win with their newfound dominance, but TT, they are the comeback kings. So at this point, I'm really excited to look at it. We might even go to overtime here, CA.
Here.
Yeah, I would be really excited for overtime, but what's really like curious for me is if we take a quick look at the scorecard, you'll see that for all around, Team TAMILAS, they have more kills, like 24-17, 17-13-9, just 1 or 2 kills more than Team Villainous, but it's Team Villainous who have the round lead. It just goes to show how like good Team Villainous's game sense and macro gameplay is. They're always able to edge out the round even if they're not getting those clutch kills. Now Team Villainous, 11-10, looking to push the match point right here. Flex, he's the only one with the judge and not the full buy. Pulls out the Bladestorm to make up. The Hunter's Fury barely does not tag him from the side of Quake. Quake, though, has been on point this game so good. Team TAMILAS, they're taking it slow. They know that running into a site with Quake there has severe repercussions as they've already felt. They're looking for picks before they commit whatsoever.
It's going to be Vision holding it down here on B side as TT look for an attack here. And NXS going to find the kill onto Stoner, and that is going to be massive for Villainous because the stakes are very high now. Map 1. If you do secure this, you're a step closer to the semifinals and maintaining yourself in the upper bracket. Now there's going to be Cruiser God taking out Zoid.
30 seconds.
And there it is. Cruiser God finds the kill onto Flex. Drops the neural theft. He's going to have an idea. Cruiser God with the second kill, but Jin's going to take him out, and Gorang finds Rafa. Last man standing is Jin. Will he be the demon that he is? That's a triple kill. If he clutches this out, he will get an ace. Jin is caught in the middle. This is a tough spot, but he's just going to go for the plant instead, and Quick is just too quick. We see the shock dart come in. We see the molly. Villainous was not going to let him get that plant at all. But that is going to be match point for Villainous, and Team TAMILAS looking like they're in a little bit of a scramble. They cannot mess up. This is their last chance. Or Villainous could potentially just close this out and secure map 1 for themselves. This game was just so long. You can look at the scoreboard and tell that both these teams are just playing out of their minds. And you know, to see TT kind of lack here in the last few rounds, it kind of gets you thinking, hey, are they not as sharp as before, or do they still kind of have it in them?
Definitely a big question. You can see just that NXS instantly with the off taking down Flex. Now the Hunter's Fury will come out from the side of Jin. almost gets attacked by Zoid with jumping out of it. Jin does take down Cruzagod though, makes it 4v3, and it's Team TAMILAS with a man disadvantage. Team TAMILAS will have to fight back. No Rafa, no Flex. It's gonna be up to Zoid, Jin, and Stoner to pull it back. They are rotating all the way to B. Just Quake holding it down, but Just Quake is not as simple as it sounds. The top fragger for the side of Team Villainous, he can definitely 1v3, takes down Zoid, will not take down Jin, instead Jin will take him down. Now he will get the plant off, the rotations will come out, but it's 2v3 right now. Team TAMILAS, they need to hold on, otherwise they just lose his map.
Now Jin, he's gonna get confronted by 3 angry members from the side of Villainous. He does have Stoner watching his back. You gotta be smart about this. Vision takes down Stoner. Last man standing is Jin. He does get a triple, but NXS ends it off. And this round here for Villainous, that will be map number 1 on Bind, going over to the side of the defenders. Team Villainous are victorious this time, but that was a great performance from TT. We can see that they really tried, that they really just put everything on the line. But Villainous, they are showing us the new and improved version of themselves. And I must say, Villainous, that was an exceptional performance. And we can see here on the scoreboard, let's just move right into it, that, you know, overall, all of Team Villainous, they definitely took up the they definitely did pick themselves up. You can see that everyone was doing well, but you know how both TT and Team Villainous, it's kind of like, hey, Flex is first, then it's Quake, then it's Jin, then it's Cruzagod. It just shows how even that they are in terms of skill. But Villainous was just overall more consistent this year.
Yeah, Team Villainous able to take the win for themselves in their home map, barely edging out Team TAMILAS, as you said. Really important because you need to win your home map to give yourself that extra chance in this best of 3. Team TAMILAS, though, it was really close. I'm sure they'll come fighting back in that next map.
Indeed. Now let's move into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook powered by 4000 series Ryzen processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. And talk a little bit more about what exactly happened. So here in map 1, and as you mentioned, CA, Team Villainous picked the bind map, and we can see that they really excelled, you know, in the first half when they were on the side of attack. And then when the side swap happens, we could see a little bit of a pickle that they got into, but ultimately they were just a lot more consistent. They were so coordinated. They used the spells in their abilities in a way that it complemented each other. So all these combinations was really good for Villainous. But TT here, break it down for us where they kind of went wrong, because TT still looked dominant, but they were kind of also losing these battles, and they were caught in positions that they shouldn't have been caught in.
For Team TAMILAS, it was all about that first half, I think, where they were just caught a little off guard. We have seen from them in the past that there's a sort of team that takes a few rounds to settle in. They don't necessarily look their very best instantly coming into a matchup, and I think that, like, just that small issue ended up really costing them, because Team Villainous, you saw how fast they were able to get the attacking round wins, continuously swarming A side. A side was the preferred side for Team Villainous, and I think that adaptation not coming from Team TAMILAS to, like, remove the signature 3-man stack at B side and then look towards A side is what Team Villainous really punished them for. And in the upper bracket, in the winners, in the upper bracket of the quarterfinals, like, at this stage with every team so damn good, you cannot afford to give over even a small edge, because the team will punish you for it.
Indeed, you know, so this first map won by Team Villainous, it's really good for them, but the second one, it will be on Ascent, and I do feel that Team TAMILAS might have a little bit of an edge over Villainous unless we see something that we might consider an upset. But nonetheless, TT, they've got to go back to the drawing board and figure it out, because they definitely have it in them. And as for Team Villainous, congratulations once again for taking map number 1 on Bind. You guys put off a really great performance, and you guys as well also have what it takes to make it all the way to the top. So the team with the best amount of consistency, with the stamina, with the mindset, and ultimately able to work together will take the next map. So while we prep for map number 2, which will be on Ascent, we will go into a little break, but before that, a massive sale on LG monitors Links are in the description, and we also have registrations live for Series 4, which will kick off in November. So join in on the fun. We want to watch you guys as well. Do click the links in the description to sign you and your buddies up. And also, if you watch these matches, you can stand a chance to win up to 200 Valorant points. All you got to do is keep a lookout for Nightbot in the chat. He will give you all the instructions that you need. So remember to like and subscribe, click that bell icon, and you will get notifications whenever we are live. So stay tuned, stick around. We'll be back very shortly with map 2 between Team TAMILAS and Team VILLAINOUS.
My sky smokes will give us all the cover we need.
Headshot on the Cyber, taking him down for a...
Protect our homeland.
They need to start executing on the side. Vision takes down Cyber. Wait on it.
They can't even make a dent.
He hits no dabs. He just got a share.
Nobody escapes me, but they'll try.
Moving into labs, he's going to be met with very angry members.
Time to mix things up.
It has been absolutely on point with the change coming out. Now Vision with the judge, Fuse with the jury, and
On position, Viper running around looking for the kill, but the nade from NXS takes him out, and they make it over. Going for the finals. Hell Ranger, 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challengers Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challengers Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. We are back with map number 2 between Team TAMILAS and Team VILLAINOUS. And this time on the casters panel, it is going to be aggressive. How are you feeling with the matchup coming up?
With the matchup coming up, Team Villainous, I watched that game and it was rough for both sides, but Team Villainous came out on top with a 13-10 victory, and I'm really looking forward to what they're going to be bringing to Team TAMILAS, man. But Team TAMILAS, we know how hard they try when it comes to making a comeback and in those clutch scenarios, and this is a clutch scenario indeed. One more round for Team Villainous, and if Team TAMILAS are able to take it, it's going to go to the third map. So let us see what kind of a fight Team TAMILAS are going to be bringing on to the table.
Oh my gosh, this feels so hyped. Let's move over into the map screen and look at which maps are going to be up. So the first map, it was picked by Team VILLAINOUS and they won on Bind. Now map 2 was picked by Team TAMILAS, and map 3 was also picked by Team TAMILAS through the map veto process. So here on Ascent, we have seen the strength of TT on Ascent. Team VILLAINOUS, there's more memories of them being on Bind. And as for Ascent, I do feel they'll do relatively well, but when you're talking about TT here, they've got to bring their A game. They've got to bring everything that they have prepared for if they are willing to tap into, the abilities that they have. We can go right into the match. But like you said, it is a very clutch situation for Team TAMILAS as Team VILLAINOUS are inching closer over to the semifinals. And honestly, this new and improved VILLAINOUS is such a treat to watch here, aggressive.
Honestly, with Cruiser God on the mix and Nexus with that Sheriff once again. He always goes for that Sheriff pick on round 1, and that is such a treat to watch. Team TAMILAS are gonna be in for a surprise when they push on to Nexus right now, but as this initial fight goes, going on to A long, the Owl Drone is going to be coming out to try and spot out any sort of players going forward into this fight. Waiting it out is Cruiser God sitting inside of the smoke, has a flash in hand. Dash has been used, but he's probably going to get caught out. But Rafa gets Cruiser God instead, running up into the front lines. And another one for the Phoenix. He is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Rafa taking out 2 for 5 versus 3 scenario in a post plant. Oppo, take it away.
Now, Team VILLAINOUS, 2 members down. This is going to be a tough one. It's all about your accuracy, and they have to rely on that to try and pick it back up. But Team TAMILAS, they look fresh. They look like they're ready to rumble. NXS here on the rafters, looking for the retake. Spike is ticking. Time is of an essence for these defenders, and that's going to be Zoid ending it off with a beautiful double, and Rafa picking up a triple. Just Zoid and Rafa, the 2 members you can count on. Team TAMILAS, very dominant entrance here on their map pick.
Very dominant indeed, and they are feeling it. They are mad that they lost that last one, and some of the rounds did go not in their favor, so they are looking to go out with a bang, and they want to take it to map 3 so badly. They want to be in that upper bracket semifinals, and this is what we're going to be seeing from them moving forward in this match.
Cover going out.
Now, Team VILLAINOUS, we always talk about the utility usage and team compositions, and it's a little bit worrying that the only vision impairment ability that they have is on this side of the Oma, which isn't quite enough. There's not enough flashes, but Team VILLAINOUS, they gotta make this one work. This round likely to fall into the hands of Team TAMILAS, as it is an eco for the defenders. So we can watch how this round is going to pass. Hopefully, Villainous can pick up a couple of kills, that will serve well for their team. And Stoner will take down Gorang, who has switched over to the Omen. No Brimstone this time, as Omen is a more favored pick here on Ascent.
Pretty much a favorite pick indeed, but with Cruiser God being the only one remaining moving forward, and no one is really gonna be giving him anything. But with the Omen sitting there onto the right side, 1 HP, even a long range shotty shot is able to take that kill, and Cruiser God is like, why did I kill him with the shotty? How did I kill him with the shotty? That should not have happened. Oh my god, I'm getting shot in the back as well. He is in a situation and in a pretty bad pickle moving forward. Vision though is hunting him down, but Rafa, he's probably gonna be able to fight and get two. This guy with a shorty is unbeatable. He's just gonna be holding it out, but Flex able to take him down with the Sheriff in hand. That's some form of an economic damage coming through with this shorty in hand. He's having a really good game, and he's like, where's my shorty? I need it back. And he gets 2 kills. A pretty funny round from both sides, but a well-played eco round as well from the side of Team Villainous.
Now, I have mixed feelings about this map Ascent specifically. Initially when we did start off with the launch of Valorant, we saw that Ascent, was a very defense-favored map, and teams couldn't quite figure what was the best way to attack. But now you can safely say that, now that the meta has stabilized a little bit more, mid control is what you need to get on top of everything. And we have seen teams completely excel on the side of attack, and it looks like it is going that way for Team TAMILAS. Villainous, they've got to pick out every trick that they have got if they want to close this down, because Team TAMILAS, if anything, they will come back and they will give Team Villainous a very tough fight. Here it is, Jin just gonna launch out that drone. If it does spot out a little bit of information, they can put some plans in action, and there it is. He does spot Quake. Now Vision will take a Flex. There's a double kill for Vision, and Rafa returns the kill, but only 13 HP left to spare. The ultimate is in hand. He's pretty much safe. He did see the Sova, but he's gonna run that right back. Zoe comes in, finds the kill on Quake, but NXS is there to return it. Team TAMILAS down to 2 members, and it's only Phoenix and Stoner, but Stoner loses his life. Cruiser God, and this looks like a little bit of a bounce back from Villainous here, and Rafa's taken out by NXS. Great bit of defense there from their Raze on the defending side.
Great bit of defense indeed. Rafa getting that kill with the run it back, but Vision, you have to give it to that play when he was sitting up on logs. And the Silver Drone was not even able to check logs, because there is no way that he should have been able to get those 2 kills, but when it came to the case of him just sitting out on that logs angle, the Silver Drone was not even able to check him out, and he just popped in and he's like, oh, hello there, I exist as well, getting that 2k, and Rafa being able to take that kill, but taking a good bit of damage on the run it back. He was not able to play as aggressive as he wanted to. Just as we are talking about this, Vision goes in for a very hyper-aggressive mid-take, something that we see Missile and Sami do quite often, but he gets taken out by Stoner with those picks, and Flex comes in from the side as well, taking out Gorong. Knows that one player just sitting up on that bottom angle. They're just going to be spamming it out, but NXS with a really good paint shield to try and get his teammate out of this sticky situation. The smokes are coming out, Stoner taking a peek, but no info is being given. Flex able to hold it out. Cruiser God takes one. Cruiser God takes another. He's looking for another one, but Rafa is able to take him down. 3 versus 2 scenario. Who's gonna take it away?
Now they are very low HP, but it's down to the 1v1. And here is Rafa up against Quake. And the spike is on site. Rafa could go for the plant, but the drone does spot him out. Villainous, they have that info. And Quake will drop the recon bolt. And there is the information. 1v1. It's all down to this. And Rafa comes out on top with a beautiful headshot. Triple kill in total. And Team TAMILAS, it looked like they almost lost that round. They had 2 members that were so low. And Villainous, before Cruiser God went down, he did pick up an insane double kill right there onto Jin and Zoid. But Team TAMILAS, they had Rafa, and he came through.
Rafa coming in clutch as always. This Phoenix just holds strong. NX has had so much damage to be done, but did not know Rafa's last known position gets taken out. And this was an expertly executed attack. And the mid aggression is of course there from the side of Team Villainous. They wanted that mid control. They wanted to see what they could get out of it. But when you have players like Stoner and Flex, taking those long-range fights are going to be extremely difficult unless you have the utility, unless you have the information of how you're pushing and when you're going to be pushing out on a lot of these sides. We're going to be seeing slightly... This is going to be a split push coming out from both sides. No damage being done, no contact has been made other than onto the B side. Fast push onto A, and Oppo, take it away.
Now Jin here with the spike. Just gonna make his way over to lobby, but it seems like Team TAMILAS, they have a plan in store. They don't seem to go for mid control. They usually look for pickoffs and then they do what they can. There's gonna be Zoid taking down Cruiser God, and this is where Team TAMILAS will start making their move. One pickoff is all they need to fuel the attack, and this is gonna be Vision here with the Sheriff. Not great buys for VILLAINOUS as they are saving up that cash. Flex will take out Orang, and here it is, NXS. Sheriff not gonna do it much. Flex finds the double, Flex finds the triple, and last man standing is Quake. Team TAMILAS, they are going to hunt for him, and we can see the Omen is already looking for this Quake here with the Ghost. But he's just gonna stay in that corner and fend for his life. Pick up a kill here, and he does onto Jin. But that means Team TAMILAS, they have info on the last scene on where he could potentially be. The Paranoia Quake dodges it just by an inch, and he's gonna wait this one out. Has the shock darts in hand, and Omen is just drifting across. I think Quake might live to see another day here.
He's quaking in his boots, sitting in this corner. He's like, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. I have 25 armor and a dream. Please don't take my life away. He wants to go for that gun, but if he does go for it, he's gonna lose his life. Saves this KD for another day. And the Ghost as well. Really nicely played coming out from the side of Team TAMILAS. They're able to storm in into the site, and with Flex taking those 3 kills, just opens up so much room and so much potential for the side of Team TAMILAS. And a bit of over-aggression coming out from Garang to take a peek onto Flex, especially through the smoke. That is gonna hurt a lot in the long run.
And our Team VILLAINOUS, it looks like they're struggling here just a little bit. And remember, you know, we always talk about how utility is just so important, especially in a place like Ascent. There's a lot of range here and a lot of corners. You know, there are specific agents that can make use of this map to their advantage. And we can see from the composition of Team TAMILAS, I do favorite it a little bit more over VILLAINOUS. But here it is, Quake. The spray does not connect at all, and Zoid comes out of that alive. The spike is on the B side, and this is going to be massive for Team TAMILAS. But Cruiser God steps in, he finds a kill, and TAMILAS looks like they are in a bit of a pickle as Gorang here coming in from the defender side spawn. Neural Theft has been dropped by the defenders, and there is NXS with the showstopper picking up Jin. This could be a great retake. Stoner takes out one. Vision's there to return it. Zoid, last man standing. He changed up his position. He could go in and clutch this out, but Gorang's already defusing, and the defenders might just take this, and they do as Cruiser God takes out Zoid. But second round for VILLAINOUS, and they have kind of figured out that Team TAMILAS, you know, they find a pick and then they make the move, and I think it's a little bit easy to read into that. And VILLAINOUS, they were specifically more quick to respond in this round, but Stoner here picking up the kill on NXS was great, but what we can see is that VILLAINOUS, they are watching each other's backs a little bit more. They're moving together as a squad and not going alone, you know, taking these fights alone. They wait for that information, and they have to do that. They gotta stay on their toes because Team TAMILAS, they still have a 2-round lead, and they could easily make it even a much more massive.
Massive advantage indeed. They spot out 2 players coming out of that A-long angle, but it's just going to be a very slow take. Stoner sitting up onto the B, trying to make some noise, using the camera to see as much as he can, but how much is he going to see is the real question. Moving forward from the short angle, there's only that one flasher. Both duelists are just sitting up, waiting to see if the Omen is going to give any form of a play for their side. But with Gorang facing off against Zoid, and Zoid comes up on top with a good kill. Cruiser God though, he gets one onto Rappa, but the Jet already is entered onto the side. But Sova gets caught out. Jin does get taken out immediately, but Flex is already sitting up onto the sidelines. He's able to take down one, and he's not able to take down one either. Stoner takes him down immediately. This is just going to be such a rough side for Team VILLAINOUS.
NXS thought he took down Stoner, but it wasn't quite enough. He turned away a bit too quick, and Flex takes out Quake, but Quake's gonna find the shock dart kill there. but nothing to worry about for Team TAMILAS as they find another round for themselves. But Cruiser God, this was a really good bit of defense here. He did manage to take out Jin. I felt that if he pulled back away into Winery, he could have stalled that because he got that information. But NXS here, a little bit clumsy, you know, he didn't get the full kill off. He kind of relied on his spray. That was just, you know, a few too many mistakes from VILLAINOUS, and ultimately Team TAMILAS, they will come out on top of that. But great round for the attackers. The defenders, they've got to figure something out. You know, another eco round. Their economy is struggling, and Team TAMILAS, they're doing a great job at suppressing any kind of cash they can have to make that investment. Now Gorang and Zoid, they're gonna trade 1-for-1. It's still gonna be a 4v4 quick here with the drone, but it's spot out Flex, and that is going to help them with the defense here. Cruiser God finds the tap onto Zoid, and Team TAMILAS, in what seems like a potential thrifty round for VILLAINOUS, they might just come out on top for this one. Now Team TAMILAS, they're making their way onto the B side, the spike in hand, and we saw Flex lay down a whole lot of Cloudburst, but Vision comes in with the Blade Storm, finds the double. Will he find the third?
Oh no.
And Vision, and there it is. He
Rafa?
jumps above. Oh, Rafa, he's hiding. Rafa finds the double. Will he find the triple? He's got a heal. Puts down the molly in good time. And there is the wall. Rafa hiding, looking for the kill. But he might just be cornered and sandwiched. 15 HP.
30 seconds
Rafa
left.
looking to reposition himself. Is he going to outplay Team VILLAINOUS? Not quite yet. He drops the curveball. Rafa, you're playing with your life! And NXS finds the kill. Thrifty round for VILLAINOUS in a massive retake.
I have to give it to Rafa. That man has trigger discipline that will rival pretty much anyone. He saw Vision. He just waited. If Vision just made one move wrong, he would have been taken out. But good job for Rafa's side to get that 2K. But I have to give a lot of credit towards the side of Sova, because Quake hitting that shock dart kill made Rafa panic so much that he was like, okay, I cannot take this fight. He couldn't peak with confidence. And you cannot give Rafa that level of confidence. That guy, when you give him confidence, deals so much damage to your entire team that you have no chance of winning it. And that was really nicely played from the side of Team VILLAINOUS. And just as I said, Flex, he's like giant bombing Assassin's Creed style to take out Cruiser God with the knives in hand. That NX is there. He's not going to check the corner. Flex getting another one with the right click. Grong able to take one on the Zoid, but Rafa takes him back immediately. He's like, no, you are not hurting my teammate. I'm going to hurt you instead. Team VILLAINOUS, 2 members in. They're just going to be facing off against Flex, but Quake is able to take him down immediately. 3 versus 2 scenario on a post plan.
Now Team VILLAINOUS, they gotta go for this retake here. Vision up on Raptors, both members. And there it is, he gets the heat signature, but not gonna be able to take that kill onto Jin. Vision, he's peeking back out, changing up that position, but Stoner comes in with the backstab, finds 1 kill. Team TAMILAS playing with time, and that's exactly what they need to do. The discipline is real. The dash in Vision comes out victorious with 6 HP. He has to clutch this, but it's gonna be a tough one. Rafa, he sees Rafa, and then it's gonna be a triple, but does he have the time to defuse it? The time is ticking. Vision, will he do it? He's shaking, and it blows. Team TAMILAS, oh my goodness, Team TAMILAS saved by the spike, but that was a massive and beautiful performance from Vision. In the previous map, we saw Vision on a different agent pick, but this time he's going to be on this Jet, and that, I feel, is where he pops off the most. But that was just an insane round to end. Team TAMILAS, they were saved by that spike. 6 rounds for them.
Saved by the spike? Have you seen the clock timer? There was 3 milliseconds. 3 milliseconds! That was so close when it came to the spike defuse. That was insane coming out from the side of Team TAMILAS. They played the clock down to the thinnest of times, like a hairline difference. And that would have been around for the side of Team VILLAINOUS. 3 and 6 scoreline, they are leading. Rafa is leading the charge going onto the mid side. Mid control has been taken over for Team TAMILAS. They are looking to push onto A short, but Gorong, he's playing a very one-off angle. If he misses this shot, this is gonna hurt him. Immediately does the rotation, gets spotted out by the Owl Drone. Is able to hold strong. Paranoia has been used to slow down even further. Hot hands as well. Just gonna need to play it safe. They're just gonna need to play it slow. Stoner though He's holding the back corner. He's gonna be checking it. He took a lot of damage, but Cruiser God is not gonna be able to find it. NXS though gets one onto Jin, and they're just gonna play their lives. They're gonna play it slow. They're gonna play it hard. And Stoner gets one to go around, flex onto the NXS. Vision, he's looking out for blood, but Zoid's way quicker on this time around. Is able to take him down with jumping around Gorong, gets a peek, finds out Quake, but he's just gonna get pulled into the grinder, but Zoid not able to hit the shot. He has no bullets. He needs to take him down. Stoner though, he's not gonna have to go for it. He's just gonna wait it out and play it safe to try and save the god, and Quake is able to get out once again, shaking in his boots to live for another day with a gun for his team.
Indeed, you know, that had to be an equal round for Villainous because they lost the previous one from what was an insane wait on the spike to blow. But it's gonna be Quake. He's still gonna go for the battle. He picks up Stoner, so a little bit more cash in hand with one gun saved, and this is gonna be a little bit of an advantage for Villainous. But Team TAMILAS, it seems like their strategy here is to constantly go for really quick pushes. Nobody was taken out just yet, but they went for a full-on aggressive push onto the A side, and Rafa just pre-fires their shot. Cruiser got down really low, and Jin able to pick up that kill. That was, believe it or not, but I felt the fact that Rafa did a little bit of that spray, that helped a tremendous amount, because easily the Cypher could have just gotten a double kill if he was healthy. Now, Team TAMILAS, I think this strategy worked perfectly. They're constantly going for this A side, and they go like full head on. They have the Phoenix for the flashes, they have the Soul for the initiate. They even can play around the Omen Paranoia just to get the first foot in. Now, Villainous, they have to foresee this just a little bit more. And TAMILAS, in typical fashion, they have practiced for a very long time. And we can see that they're changing up their strategy, and they might go for the B side instead. Plans always do change, though, for TAMILAS. They will do what is best for the team, depending on what they can find. Is it going to be a pick-off? Is it going to be a trade-off? And there it is, 1-for-1 kill between NXS and Zoid. Looks like NXS will be holding onto that Sheriff, might be trying to save up for the AWP. I do remember seeing NXS on the AWP with the Raze. It's I wouldn't say it's questionable. It is creative on the side of Villainous. It has brought them all the way here. Now TAMILAS taking it one step at a time. They are lurking in B main, and there is the setup. Team Villainous, they do have one member on the site, but Team TAMILAS, they're pretty much ready to attack now.
They're pretty much ready to attack, and they're storming in onto the B side. But Vision has this trusty Sheriff in hand, but the shots do not connect. And Zoid coming in hard with
30
headshot.
seconds
He's
left.
able to take him down. Durango trading away at the mid wall. Check it out, but as time passes, 3 versus 4 scenario, Gorongdo is able to take one on the Zoid. One gun has gone down. If he can get this gun, they do have a chance of pushing forward in this fight, but they don't know that Stoner is just sitting out onto the main. He's out of the smoke. This is just gonna hurt so much, but if he's not able to hit the shot, he's not gonna be doing a lot of damage, and Jin comes in from the side, able to take out Gorong. 1 versus 2 scenario, and Rafa, we all know how good he is in these scenarios. Takes out one. He's gonna probably take out Stoner as well. 8 HP and a dream. Will he be able to find it? But Cruiser God comes in hard from the side, is able to take him down. But will he have enough time? This is again gonna be one of those situations where the spike plant is gonna go
0.29 seconds before it blew. If anything, you know Team TAMILAS knows how to play with time when it comes to post-plant. And I think that's really important. Rafa tried to stick that one out. That was a really good bit of defense there for the spike coming out from Rafa. But Villainous, they know what is in store for them. And the fact that, you know, this clutch from Cruiser God came out victorious, and they were able to secure that 4th round. Magic number 4. Villainous can definitely look to try and turn it around on the side of attack. But good round nonetheless. We saw the idea come out from Team TAMILAS, but they're not going to be victorious this time. They cheated with the spike once. It's not going to be this way again.
That is how mad Team Villainous are about losing that round, but still 8-4 going into Ascent. A much more attacker favored map, as you said, as the meta has developed more and more coming forward. And Team TAMILAS have a lot of rounds in their favor, but winning that one more round is going to put them in such a good scenario. For me, the magic number is 7 and 5. And if Team Villainous can get this one round, it gives them so much potential. Gorong able to take out the run it back, forces them back once again. And with Rafa being down at like only 100 HP, the site has been taken over entirely though from the side of Team TAMILAS. but the spike is still stuck inside of B main. Both the players have been separated and isolated so heavily, and the spike does go down on B main with Nexus and Gorong taking down one each. Gorong with another one. He's looking for another one, but Quake comes in from the side and is able to take them down. And an expertly executed defense coming out from Team Villainous. Oppo, you have to say that was such a good play. They completely cut off both of the players from coming back into the side. Spike plant was not possible, and the team was just entirely separated. A well-executed defense, I would say, coming out from the side of Team Villainous.
Indeed, it's almost like they've kind of got it figured out on what Team TAMILAS style is, and I do feel that, you know, the harsh attack onto site, they kind of know that all players are cornered there. It is more of Team TAMILAS style to kind of have everyone dispersed, but, you know, they did get 7 rounds in the first half, so Team TAMILAS definitely still have that dominating 2-round lead over Villainous. Now that the sides have been swapped, it's back to the pistol rounds, and remember, accuracy is key. Team Villainous here on the side of attack, it looks like they have their sight set on A. They're going to move in as a squad. Flex going to spot one out. He's just going to pull it back. We see a quick rotation coming in from Team TAMILAS. Villainous, they could pull this back and go for a rotate instead, because TAMILAS is definitely pulling it back a notch, but you can see the discipline there on the little mini-map where the Sova and the Cypher are still watching the B side and mid, which I think is incredibly smart. That is ultimately how you want to defend. You get a little bit of information, pull back so the distance that you have to travel is a lot less. I think a lot of teams can learn from this, and Villainous, this is going to be a tough one for them to approach. Vision here, he does have some abilities up, going to make his way along the catwalk with his trusty buddy Cruiser Guard. Now Team TAMILAS waiting patiently. Zoid might be the first to come into contact with the gun battle. Zoid throws out the paranoia, but the Cloud Burst blocks his sight perfectly in time, perfectly done by NXS. Now Zoid back onto Rafters. Here is the setup from Villainous as they look to plant the spike on the A side. Zoid finds the kill on the 4 rank, and that was massive, but it was a 1v1 trade if he could have found more. And Flex takes down NXS. Team Villainous caught in a pickle. This attack might not be working as TAMILAS looks so strong with this retake. Vision finds a kill, so does Jin. 2v2, 2 Sovas, a Jet, 1 Sova falls, and that is going to be Flex wrapping it up on Cruiser Guard, and Team TAMILAS come out on top with what looks like an insane retake.
Jin committed Assassin's Creed style, be like, oh, hello there, I'm just gonna dive bomb airstrike you out of the sky. But really nicely done from Vision as well to get that one takeoff onto Rafa coming out from the side, but he was not able to land that headshot onto Jin, and being at such a low HP, Jin had that advantage. Just get that one bullet off, and he was going to be able to take that fight. And as time passed, I have to say, a really well-executed defense from the side of Team TAMILAS. They are going into the next round with an economic advantage moving forward. So, I would honestly say Team TAMILAS have that lead on their side. They know exactly how Team Villainous play. They have done their homework to stop out a lot of these attacks, and they need to adapt more. Team Villainous, if they're going to be winning this out against Team TAMILAS, they need to adapt. And just as I say it, Zoid comes in with a judge. No one really expected this man to have a judge in hand. Grong, though, is able to take him out with the frenzy. Flex looking it out, trying to see if he can find something. The Boombot forces him back, but Quake gets another pick off onto the backline. Rafa just spraying it out. He's able to find one, looking for another one, takes down Nexus as well. Gorong goes down 2, but Quake and Stoner, they're just sitting in out under heaven, and this is not gonna end well for either of them in the long run.
Now Villainous down to 2 members. They did manage to find 2 kills on what is an eco round, which I think is pretty alright. If they do lose this, it's still going to be fine. It is a little bit of an investment that they have to make. Now Quake will find the kill onto Rapper. Jin takes out Cruiser Guard, and Flex will wrap that up. And that's going to be Team TAMILAS bringing up 9 points. You know, the fact that this is Team TAMILAS map pick, we can see why they are excelling just so well here. Team Villainous, you know, in map 1, they took the win. Villainous showed a great amount of coordination. They also showed a little bit, definitely more dominance than Team TAMILAS. But we can see here on Ascent, you know, they're not exactly sure. What we should look forward to is Villainous finally being able to get these gun buys here on the side of attack and see what they can do. I just hope that the fact that they do have the raise, it is not going to put them in any disadvantage when it comes to utility, because there isn't much flashes for Villainous. And if they do make the side of attack work without flashes, I'm going to be really, really impressed by Villainous. You know, the fact that they've come so far, the fact that they have grown so much as a team. they built this composition. I want to see how they're going to make this work. This is Rafa with the curveball in hand, and it is going to connect. But Cruiser God jumps away to safety, places the cage down. Good bit of ability used to keep himself safe, and Rafa will take that point. But here, Gorang lurking in the mid-courtyard, looking for a potential kill. He's going to move with his buddies, and instead, it looks like VILLAINOUS going to attack the A side. They have to remember that TT is extremely quick when it comes to defense, but VILLAINOUS, they have it in them to try and make this a successful one. Now Zoid throws out the paranoia. He knows that there are members. Gorang and Flex, 1-for-1. Flex finds the double. VILLAINOUS, they have to be a little bit more sure and watch all angles. The metal door is going to be closed. Stoner is right under the Raptors, and NXS gets caught. But Quake finds a return kill. Rafa finds one. And that is going to be a wrap as Team TAMILAS brings the score to double digits with a 5-round lead over VILLAINOUS.
5-round lead, and they are leading it strong. That was such a nice play coming out from Zoid with an amazing paranoia, setting up Flex for that amazing double kill. And with Stoner, proper trigger discipline and proper play. He played it smart. He played the waiting game, able to take down the Nexus, and that opened up so much for Rafa, being able to take the peak on his contact and getting that 2k for his side. Cruiser God going down with Jin. That Cruiser God going down with the Sova is all that they're going to be needing moving forward. Team TAMILAS 10 and 5 though, and they are leading so hard. 5 rounds forward, especially on defense. When it comes to Ascent, they are looking so potent and so powerful. And how will Team VILLAINOUS be able to counteract this? They're not adapting at the same pace as Team TAMILAS were adapting when it came to their attacking half.
Now, VILLAINOUS would have to pull off a massive comeback, but we see that they do have a few sheriffs. They got to go for that eco again. And Flex finds 2 kills, 3 kills.
One enemy
Flex
remaining.
3, 4, 5?
What?
Flex found an ace in literally a span of 3 seconds. What? Oh my goodness! But hey, VILLAINOUS did equal, so they didn't have that gunpowder. They might have just wanted that round to just be over really quick. But that's going to be Team TAMILAS with 11 rounds on the board. If anything, we have seen the strength of Team VILLAINOUS. They can look for a comeback, and I hope that they have it in them to look for this comeback here on the second map. But, you know, it's a best of 3. The first map was won by Team VILLAINOUS, which is really great for them. The second one here, Team TAMILAS, they are fighting to try and stay in this best of 3. So it looks like a potential third map. Whichever team is going to win this, I think it's going to be really well deserved because they're just fighting so hard, just going head to head at each other. Now here we have Gorang. He finally can get this investment on the Phantom, and let's see what he's able to do here with this Omen. And Gorang uses Stoner for Team VILLAINOUS. Zoid is going to take him out, and VILLAINOUS down 1 man. Zoid teleporting away, just repositioning himself. And the rest of the members of VILLAINOUS, they are going to look for that little bit of mid control.
Zoid, though, being able to get that kill is going to be such a huge blow towards the side of Team VILLAINOUS. They do not have a smoker now to execute on the side. They do not have a smoke. They do not have a flash. What are they going to do in this scenario? They either need to go for a B-take, or Vision needs to step up and just dash onto a side, try and create a lot of chaos. That is the only way Team VILLAINOUS can be moving forward into this fight. Stoner does get spotted out by the recon bolt, but they're just gonna be holding it out and waiting. He's gonna get caught out, but Quake does get taken out by Stoner with a well-placed headshot, and Vision tries to go in, but Zoid, he has that 30 HP, but he's gonna mow them down, taking on multiple different members. Rafa able to clean up the last one as well as he gets traded out. And Team TAMILAS goes on to match point, 12 and 5 scoreline. And Oppo, do you think that Team VILLAINOUS can make it back?
You know, we know the skill set of Team VILLAINOUS, and I feel like they can actually, you know, come back. They do have that potential. They have what it takes to beat Team TAMILAS. But knowing TT, they are a very momentum-based team. And the fact that they raked up so many consecutive round wins, it's kind of like they're on this high and they're just running with it. They have reached match point. And, you know, I want to believe that Team VILLAINOUS will come back and bring us into overtime, because that will just mean that this match will be a lot more juicy. But VILLAINOUS is a little bit out of their element. But Vision will find the first kill. And this is going to be great for VILLAINOUS if they still want to try and fight their way through. Now, Vision is on site. He's just going to relay the message to the rest of his team. Zoid spraying through, and he manages to pick up the headshot onto Vision. That leaves it down to the 4v4. NXS here, he almost manages to connect those shots, but he's going to back away. NXS, one of the key players for Team Villainous, but many different players from the side of attackers have been stepping up. You see moments of brilliance from all of them. Now this is going to be NXS taking out the Phoenix to run it back. He's going to go for that spray. And here is the showstopper, and it's perfect because he picks up the kill on Flex. But Rapper and Jin, they're both going to find kills, and Zoid ends it off. 13-5. Team TAMILAS take map number 2, and we are definitely going to go into map number 3 as both these teams are coming up massive, going head-to-head and fighting for their rightful spot in the upper bracket of the semifinals.
Honestly, that was a fight to be reckoned with in the long run. I do have to say that the defensive half of Team TAMILAS felt so much more in control compared to their attacking half. They lost a lot of control when it came to attacks, and Team TAMILAS, a team known for doing a lot of damage when it came to attack, but this time around, they just had so much control when they were on the defensive half compared to the side of Team Villainous that they just entirely demolished them whenever it came to site executions, whenever it came to trades. And in a lot of the scenarios, Team Villainous played a lot of it solo. They did not play on trades, and that costed them a lot of rounds. They did go into the round 5 and 7, and they didn't win a single round moving forward into their attacking half.
All right, let's move into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook, powered by 4000 series Ryzen processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. We're going to break down and talk a little bit more about what happened in Map 2 and Map 1. So, you see, in Map 1, Team Villainous, they were super coordinated. They had everything together. They made TT fight so hard. But Villainous, we saw the strength of them as a team. I'm a little upset that they kind of dropped the ball here in Map number 2, where TT just kind of rolled right over them, just showed so much more dominance here on Ascent. And this is where, you know, map picks really come into play. So for Team Villainous picking Bind, being comfortable on that map, they took the win. Villainous showed us like, hey, on Bind, we're going to show you that we are dominant. But here on map 2, Team TAMILAS picked Ascent, and they're like, all right, let us show you guys that we are dominant here on Ascent. Now, map number 3 is going to be picked by Team TAMILAS as they won, you know, the map veto process, and I am wondering how that is going to turn out because, you know, Team Villainous, they could be great on map number 3, but from what we see here, both teams having beat each other already once for that 1 point in this best of 3, they can definitely try to take this spot for themselves because it's almost like both teams, they are so even in skill, and this third map will be the deciding factor. So do I think that Villainous doesn't have the capability? Not at all. I think Villainous is full of capability to beat TT. But here on map number 2, Team TAMILAS, they came out victorious with a great scoreline of 13-5, and Flex just playing out of his mind.
Flex coming in huge for every single one of the plays, even in the defensive rounds, even in the attacking rounds. He knew what to do. He knew what frags to get, and you have to give it to Rafa as well. He came in hard whenever he needed to, and he supported Flex. And another one goes on to Zoid. His open plays were so perfect. He played those off angles, he played time, and he played it down to the very book. And hats off to Vision as well from the side of Team Villainous. He tried to clutch out multiple different rounds for his team, and that does show in the kills and in a lot of the rounds that he tried to clutch out. But Team TAMILAS played their clock right, they played their angles correctly, and mainly they played for the trades in comparison to Team Villainous. Team Villainous, in a lot of the different scenarios, we have seen them go for a lot more solo plays, much more individual plays instead of the team plays that they are normally known for. And this really did hurt Team Villainous in the long run.
Indeed. So, congratulations to Team TAMILAS for taking map number 2. Guys, do stick around. We will prep for map number 3. Both teams have received 1 point each, and this map number 3 will be the decider in this best of 3 here in the upper bracket of the quarterfinals. So while we wait, remember, Series 4 registrations are now live, which will kick off in November, and we have a massive sale on LG monitors. Links are in the description. And do stay tuned and watch these matches as you can stand a chance to win up to 200 Valorant points. All you have to do is keep a lookout for Nightbot in the chat. He, she, it will have all the instructions for you guys to follow. So stick around. We'll see all of you very shortly with map number 3 between Team Tamilas and Team Villainous. Hell Ranger 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Hey guys, and
well, oh, sorry.
Hey guys, sorry about that, little bit of a miscomm, but welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD. We have ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. We're back with map number 3, and it's going to be Haven. So if any of you are wondering who picked this map, it was Team TAMILAS in the map veto process. Now, if anything, Team VILLAINOUS, they have to pull a massive comeback here, because TT, we know their strength here on Haven, but for VILLAINOUS, we haven't quite seen them as much on this map. What do you think we can expect, Aggressive?
Haven is a map that we have not seen much at all when you consider for both sides. Haven map with 3 sides, and we have seen it coming out on the last game. That was the crutch map when it came for FAR Esports moving forward. But honestly speaking, this map, as I said, mainly based around a lot of rotation plays. And Team TAMILAS, they love to rotate, they love to switch it up, they try to play a lot of mind games going forward into this. And after that last win, a very dominant win for the side of Team TAMILAS, they are gonna be going in hard and they're gonna be going in fast without any sort of remorse for Team VILLAINOUS. And let's see how Team VILLAINOUS play it out. They are a very disciplined team, so playing those rotation plays will probably not work out in the long run. But this Valorant is a mental game as much as it is a mechanical game. So let us see how Team TAMILAS approach a lot of these situations.
All right, here we have Team VILLAINOUS starting on the side of defense and Team TAMILAS on the side of attack. And we can see the compositions have changed up quite a bit. Arena coming out for VILLAINOUS. I'm excited to see this. And Gorang back on his trusty Brimstone. We know this man. He came out massive in a map number 1. But this is going to be Team TAMILAS going for the attack here along C. And they're just about to make their entrance. Now Jin with the drone, but Rafa's going to make the first step in. They're not going to find any defender. This is VILLAINOUS just pulling it back. They're going to play with time. Spike has been planted. The defenders have to make this quick. But Quake finds a great kill with the shock dart. And that is massive. We usually don't see it in the first pistol round. But there it is, Vision here on the Reyna. Stoner's gonna take him out. Team TAMILAS, 2 members extremely low, but Stoner flex Zoid. All find a kill for themselves. Gorang steps up. He gets a double. It's a 1v2 situation, and Zoid ends it off. A whole lot of mayhem. But Team TAMILAS, they came out on top of that one, securing the first round.
Gorang feels like a completely different player when he goes onto that Brimstone. That flick was nasty. He touched the spike and he sent Jin back into the next dimension with that one tap coming out from him. That was a nice flick, but I have to give it to Team TAMILAS, an expertly executed attack coming out from their side when it came to Haven. Haven, a map known much more for the rotation plays that teams do on it, but Team TAMILAS, they go in fast, they go in hard, and they take down every single member with their one-tapping skills on their side. Gorang, though, pushing in hyper-aggressively, trying to find some information, spots out 3 members outside of Garage. And Zoid has the Phantom in hand, playing it very dangerous, playing it very hard, but Quake rushes into the waiting arms of Flex, gives him a big hug, but Flex is like, nah, I don't want any of your hugs. Takes him down with a headshot moving forward, and Nexus, the trusty Sheriff in hand, trying to find something on Vision, and Nexus not able to get a kill with the Sheriff on his side. And he does get taken down, and Team TAMILAS take a very convincing economic round to their side.
Team TAMILAS with the 2-round lead. The next round going into it, we'll see VILLAINOUS with the full gun buys and what they can do here. I am particularly excited about the defenders, I'm not gonna lie, solely because, you know, we haven't got catch a glimpse of VILLAINOUS just enough in this the entirety of the Challenger series, and the fact that it is Haven, I hope that VILLAINOUS have been doing a little bit of secret training here, because it will be a good fight up against Team TAMILAS. Being that this is map 3, I want it to be close, and honestly I want it to be really spicy gameplay. So Team VILLAINOUS, they've got to step up. They're on the side of defense, and Haven being the map that it is, it's very versatile. You can excel on attack, you can excel on defense. I do feel that most teams, especially TT, if anything, they do really well on the side of attack. It is up to VILLAINOUS to kind of predict what they are going to do and stop them dead in their tracks.
First buy round is coming out from the side of Team VILLAINOUS. They're going for a lot of the stuff that they had in the last round, trying to save up their money. In Team TAMILAS, they're probably going to go in for a rush execute because they do have the Spectres in hand. They have that advantage of being accurate while they are running. Decently accurate, I mean, while they are running. But Gorong uses the smoke to slow them down just a little more. But immediately we're going to be seeing Rafa just rushing in onto the side. Firewall has been used. Flex going up onto the heaven side as well. But NX6, he spots out one, but Stoner is able to take him down immediately. Jet plays not really working out for his favor. Cruiser Guard able to take down Rafa coming in from the side. Had the Spectre in hand, was not able to take him out. But Spike Plant has gone down immediately. Stoner just waiting it out, trying to find something. But Flex taking him down extremely low. And Quake is probably going to go down to the hands of Stoner, who has the Phantom in hand. Comes in from the back, and he does get taken out. But Stoner takes down one as well. Cruiser God with another one. 3K to his name. Zoid versus Cruiser God, and Zoid gets the upper hand as Cruiser God was still looking down at window. And an amazingly well-executed round coming out from Team TAMILAS. A bit scrappy on the fights, but when you have Spectres, that is what is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. 0-3 scoreline, Team TAMILAS leading into the next round, sorry.
A little bit unlucky there for Cruise God, but Zoe manages to sneak past that cage. And Team TAMILAS so clutch. You know, these rounds are just so close. It's not even really a case where, you know, when there is full gun buy rounds. It's not even a case of, you know, one team just stomping over the other. VILLAINOUS, they put up that huge fight, and it was just down to them 1v1, and Zoid came out on top. But Vision finds the first kill, and Rafa and Flex both get another for themselves. VILLAINOUS in a bit of a pickle once again, but they have to go for this eco. We do see a small investment by Gorang here with his trusty Stinger, and he's exceptionally good at it. We did see him get quite a decent range kill previously on the last map, so let's see if they can pull out a clutch against Team TAMILAS as they make their way over to the C side. They got those kills in A, but they're still going for the rotation, and that is ultimately how you play the game. VILLAINOUS, they do get an idea, and they are making that rotation. So hopefully they can catch the attackers off guard, just to put themselves in a little bit of a better place. But Flex will find the kill on Gorang, and this is Team TAMILAS stepping up. They don't want to lose this lead. 2v4 situation, highly in favor of TT.
Highly in favor of TT, but in the long run, all of these fights, if they don't hit the shots, they're not gonna be able to win it out. The eco round does fail for the side of Team VILLAINOUS, and Team TAMILAS are able to hold strong. They have their buys, they have done a lot of their homework, and they are playing Haven to perfection. They're executing fast, they're executing hard, and they are not leaving any corners unturned. But Team VILLAINOUS, they need to start taking some gambles. They need to start taking some risks. And just as I say that, Vision though may just Nexus though may just be looking to start pushing up onto this mid angle. We're already seeing him just waiting it out. But Team TAMILAS, they're hoping to go for a fast A-side execute. This is much more of the style we see coming out from G2 Esports on the bigger scenes, and they're adopting it so well for their side, as a rush play is going to come out very shortly. But NX is already sitting up on that window angle, going for a huge flying Vision. Spots out one, is able to hold out for just a little while longer. This is going to be a huge play if he's going to be able to find it. It does get caught out by the trap wire, but Cruiser God goes down to a well-placed headshot coming out from Rafa, and that is going to be huge. But Nexus though, he's slowly picking up on the back angle. 3 versus 4 scenario moving forward, and Nexus making so much noise, he's going to get caught out. Rafa comes in from the back end, he's able to take down one, but this is a 2v3 scenario going into a post plant. Who will win it out? Oppo, take it away.
Now Quake and Gorang, it's all up to them to try and find this first round here for Team VILLAINOUS, and if they do, it's going to be massive. But it looks like they might just pull away and go for the save instead, which hey, I can't be mad at this decision. Villainous, they pretty much understand how everything is going to work. And a 2v3 scenario, it's going to be tough. So, you know, they're going to give Team TAMILAS a little bit of that respect and save the guns that they have in hand. 2 Phantoms, good choice. Now let's pull up the scoreboard real quick and have a look. We do see the kills are struggling on the side of Villainous, but Team TAMILAS, they are doing really well. They have experienced quite a lot of high pressure games here on Haven, and we can see why they are excelling on attack. And I do remember specifically Team TAMILAS, when it comes to attacking, they are an absolute monster. So it may take a while. If anything, we learned about Villainous. They will pick up eventually on how to beat their opponents. They just gotta do it a little bit quicker. And now with Team TAMILAS' 5-round lead, Villainous, they have to make a change right now. Or TT, they're just gonna full on roll over the defenders.
They're gonna roll over them hard with a 5-round lead going forward. They need to start deciphering the code. They need to learn how to counteract the pushes coming out from Team TAMILAS. They play very hard onto one side, maybe stack up multiple players, but just as I say it, NXS comes in hard with that headshot, taking out Flex immediately. Makes Stoner extremely low, dashes in onto the side, probably gonna catch one. He does get another one. He's dealing so much damage, giving his team such a good scenario to go be in. 4 versus 3, they're just all stuck in on the one side, but Jin comes in from the back. Vision is able to take down. Vision does get taken out by Zoid, but Jin going in a bit too hyper aggressive, does get taken out by Cruiser God, but Zoid comes in from the side as well to trade for his teammate. Gorong from the side takes out Rafa, and Zoid is left in a 1v2 scenario moving forward onto this A side.
That was massive for Gorang, but then Zoid's gonna take him out. It's out to this 1v1, and Quake comes out on top. Quake! In 1v1 scenarios, it is always Quake taking these heads. And that is something so consistent from him that is just so good to look at. But, you know, before that 1v2 scenario, it was a 2v2. Gorang steps in, he gets a kill. And then Quake there just wraps that up. 1 round for Villainous. It can be a little bit of light, and it can be that right push to put the defenders in a better hit space.
A better headspace, and Zoid nearly got that kill. If he just was able to control the spray for a little while longer, Quake would have missed that shot. But still, in the long run, we have to give it to Quake, who hit a very insane headshot coming out of that corner immediately onto Zoid. That was a perfectly well executed peek and a perfectly well executed defense. They need to take a lot of these scrappy fights, but in the long run, how much are these scrappy fights going to help you with such an economic advantage going out for the side of Team TAMILAS? They still have 2 rounds under their belt, even if they lose this one. And with Goran going down to the hands of Flex, coming out on the mid garage, they're looking for a heavy C-take, and Quake is just going to be quaking in his boots as Rafa comes in from the side to take him down. And the entirety of the C side has been broken into, and they are looking to take control and take the fight straight to Team Villainous.
Team TAMILAS getting all these quick frags. Last man standing his Vision on this Reyna. He will pick up the kill on Rafa. Reposition himself. He's gonna spray for his life. A paranoia that sabotaged his own team. But that's going to be Vision taking down 2 kills, but ultimately that point is going to go to Team TAMILAS with a total of 6. And these attackers, they are not backing down. And I think the strategy here from Team TAMILAS is to try and rake up as many rounds as possible on their more favored side. They are definitely catching Villainous a lot by surprise. And Villainous here, you kind of wonder, has the momentum really shifted over to Team TAMILAS? Because they came into this quarterfinals just guns blazing with a very strong performance, winning the first map. But here on the third, it looks like Team TAMILAS, they are actively seeking out through this great gameplay here to just take this quarterfinals for themselves. Now Quake here firing away with the pistol. Not gonna pick up a kill. He does have the Hunter's Fury ready, but Gorang with the frenzy! And he does connect the headshot, not going to be able to take down Jin, but it's still down to a 4v4. Both teams have a member low, and that's going to be Quake and Vision both finding kills. It could be a thrifty round for Team Villainous. This is Jin, 46 HP left, and Cruiser God takes down Zoid. Villainous, they are bouncing back. Jin finds Vision, 1v2 situation. Jin, the spike is far away, and it is being guarded by 2 members of Villainous. They're not going to give this one away. They take down the recon bolt. And there it is. NXS secures the thrifty round for Villainous, and that is what I like to see coming out from the side of defenders. They went aggressive instead of being passive, and they have finally figured it out. Team TAMILAS, they can be hyper aggressive. If you win and get the first few frags over Team TAMILAS, continue with that aggression. Don't allow TT to buy that time, and that is exactly what Villainous did on what was a very impressive 50 round.
And that is what I meant from the side of Team Valorant. They adapt, they do adapt quickly. It took a little bit for them to understand that, yes, to beat aggression, you need to be aggressive yourself. They took the fight towards the side of TT, and they were able to just slow them down, getting those picks up, and immediately we're seeing a much more slower play and a much more tactical play coming out from the side of Team TAMILAS. They're going to be switching it up as they know that, okay, Team Villainous have decoded our code. They know exactly how we play, so we got to play it slow, we got to play it smart. And now they're taking a lot more control over every single angle. And the mid control is not yet there. Rafa, though, sitting up and posting up onto this C-long angle. But in the long run, Flex, though, he is really pushing into mid garage alone. Doesn't seem like a really good idea. The run it back has been used by the side of Rafa. He knows that the damage is being done, knows that Quake is just sitting back into this back corner. It does take him out, and the C side has been broken into. Jin taking one as well onto the mid garage angle. This, in the long run, is not going to end well from them. But we see NXS just coming back into it immediately. He's going to be looking into the front side, and Flex is able to take down NXS. Gonna getting that quick refrag, but he's just gonna take so much damage. They know his last turn position. 2 versus 4 scenario. Oppo, do you think they have a chance?
Now Team TAMILAS, massive lead. They do have the man advantage, but Gorang is looking to even that out. He could win this kill, but Zoid and Jin, they're gonna take down the last 2 members simultaneously, and that is gonna be Team TAMILAS with 7 rounds secured. Villainous definitely struggling to find an effective way here on the side of defense. Team TAMILAS just continue to have a step above them. But hey, you know, things can change on the side swap. And, you know, I would urge Villainous to try and get, you know, these last couple of rounds for themselves instead. But, you know, overall, Villainous, I can see that, you know, Cruiser God, Gorang, Quake, these 3 members, you know, they have moments of brilliance. And they just got to be a little bit more consistent with that, because Team TAMILAS, Zoid has a massive amount of kills, and when you have a player that can single-handedly do that, Flex as well, it's going to be a tough one. And Jin is going to find Cruiser God, who pushed out on A-Long, but here is the very quick rotation coming in as Team TAMILAS are setting up the A site. Now Vision with the Sheriff in hand will be taken out by Rafa, and Villainous down to 3 members, equal rounds for them. Nothing to worry much about, but Rafa and Flex, they will find kills. Last man standing, and that's gonna be Quake. He finds 2 kills. Quake does it once again. If anything, you gotta have your eyes glued to this man here. Stoner takes him out, and Team TAMILAS wrap that round up. A couple more to go in this first half. But how is it that Quake, even in a tough situation, has this calm and composed head to pick up these kills in such stressful situations?
Quake, though, like, his name speaks volumes about this man. He does not want to even give an inch away towards the side of Team TAMILAS. He wants to do a lot of damage, and I have to give it to Quake. It probably comes from him having experience in other FPS games. Moving forward into this, into Valorant as well, he has shown that he has composure that rivals any other player out of this entire league. He is never going to make bad decisions when it comes to these 1v1 scenarios. And this does go to show in every single one of his plays. Every time we see him in a clutch situation, he always gets at the bare minimum 2 kills before he goes down to the 3rd member. And that is a feat that not many players can do. And just as I say, Jin takes 1 onto the Vision, sitting up under the garage angle, and this is just going to be a heavy push. But Cruiser God is none the wiser. He does not know Rafa's on the back angle, but an amazing flick, taking out Rafa as he tries to do the jiggle peek onto him, but it's just gonna hurt in the long run. Stoner is able to use the neural theft thrust, find him out, but Cruiser God gets taken out from Stoner, showing who's the better Cypher right now. But with 2 members remaining for the side of Team Villainous and with 4 for Team TAMILAS, they are looking to close it out. Gorang, though, we all know how good he is as well on these 1v3 scenarios. Nexus able to clean up 1, but in the long run, will Team Villainous be able to find it? Opts to use for the ultimate, does not go for it, sounds out Flex. This is going to be one of those rounds. He has the ultimate in hand. Knows that one person is sitting on his back corner. Is probably going to be able to fight it, but Stoner comes in huge. He gives no damn. Peaks go wrong in the middle of nowhere. And he's like, I'm going to take you on. This orbital strike, it means nothing to me. And your head is going to come off instantly.
Oh, we can see the idea coming up from Gorang to, you know, secure one kill and then go for that 1v1 battle. But Stoner there, he just kind of steps out, notices Gorang and just decided to get some shots off. And it resulted into this trade kill. Good bit of play coming out from Stoner. And, you know, you see Villainous, they can get really creative. They just kind of, you know, drop the ball here. It's almost like Team TAMILAS has read into their every movement and what it is they need to do to take them out. Cruiser God here, and Quick this time stepping up. Wow, out of nowhere, Rafa will find a kill, but Villainous, they have 4 men standing. They have 1-man advantage. They could use it very carefully and turn it into their own advantage. What will Team TAMILAS do here? They do have that 7th round lead. It is pretty massive. This map is everything. The team that wins stays in the upper bracket, but the team that does not will move over to the lower bracket, so it's not the last time that you get to see them. And I'm very thankful because both these teams, we have spectated them for the longest time through the Challenges series, and, you know, being knocked out right now, I don't think would serve any of these teams any justice. So Villainous and TAMILAS going head-to-head here. 45 seconds left.
Get out of my way!
TAMILAS looking for the plant onto the A site.
They're looking for the plan. The running back is available for his side. Gets 1 kill and he is gonna get back out. A good play from his side, but Stoner gets taken out by Quake. You never planned on the default positions, especially against the Sova that is of Quake's 3 versus 2 scenario. The ball he has been used. He's able to be able to get out, but Flex with the right click is able to connect. But with Quake on the heaven side, chilling there and waiting, he finds so much value with those shock darts. You are gonna be in a tear if you're gonna be peeking those corners. And Team TAMILAS barely lose this round to their side, and a well-played defense coming out from the side of Team Villainous.
I really like the fact that Gorang used that Molotov there just to, you know, push Flex into a different position. He did pick up the kill on NXS, was really nice, but Gorang knew exactly what he had to do to secure that kill onto Flex. So one more round for Team Villainous. And it is the side swap. So Villainous, they're going to be attacking right now. This is going to be juicy. I'm excited to see what they are going to pull out from the bag. But it is Team TAMILAS on the side of defense. They have ran through this kind of practice under high pressure, and they know what to expect. So Villainous, you've got to be creative. It's going to be Stoner here on the C side. And quick rotation from TAMILAS as they see the recon bolt from Quake has dropped onto the A site, but they're just going to take a deep breath. And Villainous spreading out. They are going to look for a pick off Rafa here in the corner, just waiting for the unlucky opponent to prove themselves worthy for a gun battle with him. Now Rafa, he could spot NXS, and there it is, he does. Rafa has an idea, he sees that cloud burst, he's gonna go for the backstab, and Villainous, they gotta be prepared for this. They have to watch their backs, or Rafa is gonna pick up kills on them. And there it is, Rafa finds NXS, and Rafa, this is what I mean, Villainous, they've gotta watch all corners. Cruiser God, however, picks up Stoner, and that is gonna be a good part. Cruiser God with the 3K! Rafa takes out Vision, and Cruiser God is extremely low. 3v2, Rafa finds Gorang, he finds Cruiser God, but Quake will be the man to save the day. But will he do it once again? It is all down to Quake! And Zoid finds the last blow on to Quake. And that is going to be double digits for Team TAMILAS. But you see, Villainous, they have these moments that can totally match up to Team TAMILAS, but they can't seem to close it down. And, you know, it could be a little bit of a communication issue here.
I really do not believe so, because Rafa just came in so quickly. Quake could have just gone for the spam shots. He could have taken out Rafa if he played his cards right. He wanted to wait. He wanted to see if he can get something down. But Zoid coming in with a huge flank onto Garage. He really did not expect 2 players to be sitting on that Garage angle, because immediately when Rafa pushed in, he used the flash, and when you're pushing in through Garage, there's normally not going to be 2 players, and Zoid played that perfectly, following up on Rafa's aggression and on the confusion that he caused. Just as I said, though, Cruiser God comes in again, huge, with the Sheriff being able to take out Flex, one of the key members for this attacking half who went for this defending half who went in a bit too hyper aggressive. Jin though finds one, but Quake immediately answers back onto Rafa. This is gonna be a 5v2 5 versus 3 scenario moving forward into this fight. Jin though, his crosser is gonna be trained through, and again this goes back to a 3 versus 3 scenario. Make it a forget it, make it a 2 versus 2. Don't let me even speak right now, guys. You're just gonna be playing out of your mind, and just as I said, Jin takes another one. 20 HP and a dream. He's probably gonna be able to find one onto Quake, but has to reload at the very last second. 1 versus 1 scenario. Again, Zoid versus Quake. Does spot him out right there, but he only has a classic and he only has a shock dart. He needs to connect the shock dart if he's gonna be able to take this fight. The paranoia does connect, and he's just gonna be sitting it out, and Zoid take it away from him. 11-3 scoreline for the side of Team Villainous and for the side of TT.
Oh, that was so close here. And Villainous missing the mark just by a little bit. But Team TAMILAS, they find a way to definitely come out on top. And here, this 1v1 between Zoid and Quake. I mean, equal round for Team Villainous, but very well played by Zoid, connecting that paranoia. He had exactly the tools to win that 1v1. Now, moving on, Team TAMILAS with 11 points. It's going to be a massive comeback, we have to ask of Team Villainous, but I do hope that they find it somewhere to do that, and that's going to be Cruiser God finding first blood onto Rafa. They have to keep up their teamwork, their communication. They've got to relay messages. They need to have a plan. And there it is, the neural theft used by Cruiser God, and they have an idea on where everybody is from the side of Team TAMILAS. Now Stoner here with the cam, gonna get the dart onto Cruiser God. He's just gonna wait pretty patiently behind the platform. Quake and Cruiser God will find a kill, and that's gonna be Stoner taking down Cruiser God. He takes out Reyna's Leer and Vision. Does he have any clue? He does. He finds Stoner, and this is Villainous just stepping it up. This is what we need to see on the side of attack. Flex is gonna swap out the gun, and he's gonna challenge this 1v3. Not gonna go for a save, but Vision catches him by surprise, and that will be Team Villainous securing round number 4. A long way to go, but that is exactly the way you need to play against Team TAMILAS.
Finally, a momentum shift for the side of Team Villainous. They have lost so many rounds, and this one round is going to give them hope moving forward. But Stoner, though, have to give it to this man. He played it soft, he played it patiently, able to get those 2 kills off, but does get caught off guard by the Reyna rotating off onto the left side when he was checking the right. Really nicely played from the side of Team Villainous to get those attacking halves, to get those picks, to force off Zoid with the neural theft as well. Everything was perfectly executed, so I have to give it towards the side of Team Villainous, but it's just going to be a long way to go. They're in a ditch and they need to claw their way out of it, taking a leaf out of Team TAMILAS' books. They're going to be rushing in onto a side. Quake though is just going to be waiting it out. Vision takes one on the flex through the smoke. Be able to find the recon bolt, does reveal out Vision. He does get caught out hard, and Rafa though comes in from the side, taking out Gorang. They're in such a bad scenario. 4 versus 3, and just as I say, 3 versus 3 going onto their side with Zoid coming in as well, chiming, gets that headshot on the Cruiser God, taking another one, but Vision, he uses the dismiss, does go for the heal instead, and Zoid though, he has his crosser straight right onto him. Quake, last member remaining, gets that one headshot, but Jin comes in with the Sheriff 1D, taking him out, and Team TAMILAS take the eco round away from Team Villainous, going into match point and a thrifty round for their side.
Wow, Team Villainous, I really like the way that they pulled off that attack, but Team TAMILAS, it's just, they found those kills, they managed Jin picking up that shock dart kill, and then Zoid with the Sheriff, but Vision here, he was sandwiched between 2, and Quake was the last man standing, but wasn't able to go for this clutch. Team Villainous, it's looking a little bleak for them as Team TAMILAS have secured match point, but Villainous, this is not the last time we see them, and you know, let's see if they can buy a little bit of time. I wouldn't say it's impossible to try to even out the scoreboard for an overtime, but this is going to be Vision popping the Empress. He knows he has nothing to lose. He's going to make his way into Garage and look for that kill, but Zoid is going to back away. He does not want to compete for that. Quake with the Hunter's Fury. Cruiser God meanwhile finds Jin. Quake secures a kill onto Flex. This is Team Villainous going hard, and TAMILAS are answering back. They're going to pick up 2 on NXS and Vision. 3v3. Stoner finds Gorang. But Team Tamilas, one member is low. They do have the man advantage, however. Team Villainous cruising on here with the gun. Rafa takes him out. And this could be the end for Villainous as Quick, once again, last man standing. If anything, you got to give this guy props. He has been through hell and back, playing out of his mind. And Quick here, he does get a little bit of information. He did take out Rafa, who had to run it back. Now Quick hit by the paranoia and the hot hands. They are throwing everything at this man, but he still is trying. But Zoid will pick up the last kill, defuse easily in time, and this is Team Tamilas coming back and securing their win. They will move over to the semi-finals in the upper bracket.
Win.
2 best-of-3 games today, and both of them were intense. And this is what happens when you reach the quarterfinals match, ladies and gentlemen. There are going to be teams who are going to show their mettle. They're going to play out of their minds, and Team Tamilas are able to take it away from the side of Team Villainous, who were probably the home favorites coming out onto this round. But Team Tamilas just showed how much they practice, how much they work through, and how much Valorant they have been playing, just to show off to everyone that, hey, we are a team, we are going to make it, and hopefully we are going to be crowned the next champions. I have to give it to Zoid as well, though. This man went 23-5. He was consistent throughout every single one of his fights, every single one of his gun battles, and every single one of the plays that he made came out perfectionately.
Indeed, let's move into Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook powered by 4000 series Ryzen processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. And let's just talk about this best of 3 in what I felt was actually, a really fulfilling best of 3, because we as casters, throughout the entire time of the Challenger series, be it 1, 2, and 3, we keep tabs on every single team. And now we do see these up and coming teams that are rising. Team Tamilas, they kind of made their mark from Series 2, and they are a juggernaut of a team. So this was going to be a tough matchup for Team Villainous, in all honesty. But Villainous, they fought so hard, and this was the best that I have ever seen them perform. And Villainous, they are constantly going in the right direction. Specifically Quick. Quick is a gem of a player to have on this team. He was, always left to fend for himself. He has pulled off some amazing clutches, won some very important 1v1 duels. If I were to be critical, I don't think it was NXS day today. But hey, it happens, You're only human. You're going to perform sometimes. You need your teammates to pick you up when you are down. Overall, Team Villainous, they gave Team Tamilas a huge fight throughout all 3 maps. And map number 1, that was Villainous on Vine, showing us what exactly they can do. I do feel that if Villainous went back and practiced a little bit more on the other maps, they can be a force to be reckoned with, because they have one component that not many teams have, and that is dedication and teamwork, considering the roster that they have has been the same for a very long time. So I do wish Villainous all the best. And as for Team Tamilas, they just get sharper and sharper. The multi-kills, they just pull off. A round can be won by solely just 2 members from a great bit of defense or attack, picking up triple kills, quadras. We even saw an ace coming out from Flex. So Team Tamilas, they are on the right track to go back to the top 4 where they once were in Series 2.
I have to give a lot towards the side of Team Villainous. They are playing it so well, but then I need to talk about what exactly went wrong in some of these matchups. I need to say the agent comfortability. For example, NXS, he plays so well when he goes onto that race. He's so comfortable flying through the air. He pulls off a lot of flashy plays. But when it comes to his other agents, and when it comes to the agent pool entirely for the side of Team Villainous, I think that it is quite lacking. They are not really utilizing the entirety of the Valorant roster. They have a specific set, and they have a specific set of characters that each and every one of their players can play. Like Goran can switch to the Brimstone from the Omen. Goran can switch to Omen from the Brimstone, but it's not going to be as potent in the long run, and they need to iron it out, try out some different strats for different maps. One strat is not going to work for every single map, and they need to understand that if they're going to be moving forward, and if they want to get that crowning spot in the next series, or if they're going to be able to take it away in the lower brackets.
Indeed, Team Villainous, if we could give a message to you guys have the tools to be an insane team. And for all the fans of Team Villainous, this is not the last time you see them. They have moved over to the lower bracket of the quarterfinals, which we will be streaming tomorrow. So you guys can still hope and support Team Villainous in trying to come back. But ultimately, congratulations to Team TAMILAS for this victory today. You guys played strong, you guys played well, and you guys did an amazing comeback. So this is all for today. I would like to let you guys know that Series 4 registrations are live. So if you want to get in on the action, do check out the links in the description. Series 4 will kick off in November, as well as the massive sale on LG monitors. Links are in the description as well. And hopefully you guys enjoyed earning up to 200 Valorant points. Remember, we will be giving this away every match. Just got to look out for instructions for Nightbot in the chat. So do remember to like and subscribe and click that bell icon so you can join us the next time. So my name is Apollonia. I was your host and caster today, and joining me was Aggressive, caster and analyst, and we hope to see you guys tomorrow. So good night and happy gaming.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, baby, while we're I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, baby, while we're